Hello and welcome to episode 69 of the DaebakCast.
Yep.
This is a weekly podcast where the three of us come together each week to talk about K-pop and whatever's current in the industry. This week we have our releases week. However, we're doing it a little differently, so please leave some feedback in the comments about like what you think about this format, if it's a lot easier to digest and stuff like that. And then we also have a couple more topics as well. So
but just for this, instead of the whole episode being releases, it's just gonna be topics 3 and 4, and we're kind of just like cutting out we're just not even gonna mention the songs that we don't want to talk about, and just cutting out some of the fluff, like the date that it came out, because that doesn't really matter.
Rest in peace. It's a ballad, basically.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so just comment in the full episode or the parts, like if you like this way more than the old way, or if you like the old way more, so we can go back to it, or just whatever people are more interested in.
Yep. All right. So as always, as you saw before, I'm joined by Nate.
Give a little more love. Give a little more time.
Red Velvet. It's one of my favorite songs by them too.
I agreed.
Not a lot, just a little.
From Rookie.
A little.
All right. And as always as well, I'm joined by Andrew, who usually has 3 things.
I usually have stuff on my wall either, but I'm moving, so.
Yeah.
All your amiibos are gone.
Yeah, well, then,
His amiibos, but he's still got the Pip-Boy.
Yeah, I have to figure out a way to pack all this stuff without destroying it, but we'll see. Anyway, number 1. No Infinity War spoilers, but oh my god, it was amazing. I know it's probably
Actually,
kind of
like... If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's honestly like as a Marvel fan, it's one of my favorite movies like ever.
Yeah, I think it's my number 1.
I don't know. Like I'd have to. I'm planning on rewatching all of them, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close, easily.
Yeah, it might be recency bias, but currently it's my number 1.
Oh
man,
yeah,
I've rewatched. I'm at Thor 2 right now,
like,
and I just don't want to watch it because Thor 2.
Hey, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, you have
it's 100% the worst one. It's not. I don't
Dark
hate
World.
it. I don't hate it.
Dude,
like
the Dark Elves suck.
Yeah, I don't hate it like The World. I think it's an okay movie, but it's easily the worst of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Also, I'm playing God of War, which is just a way better for like.
But I mean,
Norse mythology story.
But I mean, they have Christopher Eccleston, aka like the second best Doctor Who incarnation.
Yeah, and he does literally new acting.
He kind of hates acting anyway. But like, if I were to put into context how much I like, at least just on a like gut feeling, how much I love that movie, it gave me basically like the same chills that the end of Rogue One did, and I love Rogue One, so that should just put it in perspective how much I ended up loving that movie. So yeah, seriously, go see it if you're living under a rock. Like literally, just like throw the rock out of the window or something like that. I don't know. Go see it. Number 2.
Wait, if you're living under a rock, you don't have any windows.
I don't know. They like throw it at somebody else's window. I don't know. Number 2. For those of you that watched the unit, which is not me, you might have. Minju wasn't on the unit though, unfortunately.
No.
Unikid was on the unit though.
And
Minju was on K-pop Star.
Yeah, she was on K-pop Star. So, for those that have been following either of those, or for those of you like Jacob that are still mourning the arc, we have found new salvation in a group called Khan.
Yeah. They're not a group, they're a duo, but they are a group, but it's just the 2 of them.
Yeah, but just like seriously, I watched the cover they did of Bruno Mars and the Cardi B remix of Finesse. Amazing. Like that's exactly what I want from that group. It's so good. I want more New Jack. We'll get into the New Jack Swing later, but yeah, it was so perfect. So we'll put a link in the description, because yeah, Khan, you have to watch them. You have to, seriously. I think they could do well.
They're turning out well, and I hope they stick with sort of like the hip-hop R&B sort of side, because I think they'd be really, really strong, and I think they could get a decent following.
And because
they should also get... Oh, good.
Unikib's a great singer and a great rapper, too. I was shocked at how well she pulled it off. Anyway, Nate, you're about to... This is kind of like a mini review.
They should also get Tiger JK to feature on their track, like they did on Minju's debut solo thingy.
Yuna's.
Or No, wasn't that a Minju song featuring Yuna?
No, that was Yuna.
Was it? Wait,
yeah, Yuna the Mole Mole Mole.
Oh no, wasn't he on Minju's song too?
Was he really? I don't remember this.
I think he was
How
also
dare you?
featured on Minju's song.
I thought you were the ARC stan.
That also has Yuna on it.
Anyway.
Goodbye Rain or whatever it's called.
No, that's. It's got Hyungyu from Bromance.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
Bromance, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, number 3.
Yeah, I got them mixed up.
Yeah, number 3, which is kind of a serious sort of thing. I just want to give so much love and shout outs and prayers to Total Biscuit. Just very recently, he announced that basically he has to retire. For those that don't know, he's a very prominent video game critic, mostly in PC games. He's very much the inspiration for our format for this show, like how we like do our overlays and everything. Like, yeah, so he's a very big influence on this show. And for the past couple of years, he's been struggling with cancer, and basically just sort of reached the point where he has to, like, it's very slim odds at this point. It sucks. It couldn't have happened to like such a good guy, like such an influential like member of the gaming community. So yeah, just really I just want to give him all my love, and I hope that it's just been incredible how he's been able to survive like this long when he was given so like this much of a chance to live until this point. So yeah, it's just I it sucks, and I hope that like in some way we can do his legacy proud by covering Korean pop music or just being like, I guess, reminiscent of his critical style. So yeah, I don't want to break it down too much, but he's definitely an important like influence for us.
Yep. Was that third thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, I'm Jacob. You knew that. No blow note. Hashtag no blow note. Hashtag where's blow note.
Hashtag 69.
Yep.
If somebody wants to buy Nate, Jacob a blow note.
Buy me, sure, buy me one too. I don't care.
If somebody wants to buy Jacob a blow note.
I think it's at my house. I have no idea where it is. So, anyways,
no,
I have to pack up.
That was the last time you used
it.
I might find it.
Oh no! Here's what we can do. Here's how we can. We're famous now. We can like influence our fame because there's probably a lot of new people.
Yeah, we're so famous with our 180 subs.
The first person to bring Jacob a blow note at KCON New York wins, I don't know, something.
You'll win the truly Daebak fan of the year.
Fan of the year.
Fan of the year.
180 of them.
Hey, by then we'll be over 200 probably by the end of the year.
Yeah. I mean, that'd actually be crazy being recognized when you only have like less than 100, less than 200.
What? Victoria said she was going, so
yeah,
there's at least one fan that'll be there.
You better be there, Victoria. You better be there.
Anyways.
That was not a
now,
threat.
We can get into topic 1, which is
Super
Korean
Serial
War ending.
Yep.
Last week? Or is it this week?
It's a complicated thing, but we'll.
Yeah, I mean it's been going on.
Yeah.
Talks.
But the thing where they shook hands.
That was. I want to say it was last week.
It was cool.
Yeah, that
it was. I mean.
It was about it was a little over a week ago. Well, 2 weeks by the time this goes up. So
yeah.
Anyways, Andrew, with the news.
All right. So, I mean, we actually the very early episodes of the DaebakCast, we actually covered a topic regarding the Korean War and how I remember I clearly, vividly remember towards the end of that. I'm just like, I hope we see not necessarily reunification, but I hope we see end to the war in my lifetime. Like little did we know. Only a year later that this would end up happening. It's insane. So, just to give a bit of a background on the Korean War, this was going to be basically a bit of a history lesson for those of you. So strap in. I'll try to keep it simple. Basically, the North Korea and South Korea went to war with each other in the 50s.
Yep.
Basically a proxy war between essentially it was the first major conflict of the Cold War, where basically it was just communism versus capitalism. So it's a proxy war basically. US and Russia were fighting through both North Korea and South Korea. So war ends in a stalemate. They decide to basically almost cut the country in half right at the 36th parallel, and they basically they create what's called the demilitarized zone, or the DMZ, where it's a guarded armed border separating North and South Korea. And technically speaking, even though there hasn't been any shots fired since in over 50-60 years, they were still at war. But as of very recently they have begun, or they're in the process of beginning these peace talks in where they would actually like dissolve the state of war completely, which
because they signed an armistice.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Not a peace treaty.
Yeah.
So technically the war still was on. They just weren't fighting it.
Yeah, so basically the official document name
other than blasting Big Bang across the border.
Yeah, they basically
in 2021.
It's interesting. There's going to be an entire generation that don't understand, or that won't understand, like how like the real weird mind games that they play over the DMZ.
Yeah, giant flags and
just like, or how like they obviously, since like media and like all that sort of stuff is controlled in North Korea, there, I guess some guerrilla tactics they'd use is they'd airdrop like music and movies and all that sort of stuff, and they keep in Korea, even though most like first world countries have switched to completely digital television signals, they keep analog television signals so that people in North Korea can watch South Korean television, so that they can
like satellite.
Yeah, or no,
like just over the air.
Yeah, just like real like the old like
antenna.
The old antenna ones. Yeah. So that basically they can still like keep up with news and that sort of stuff. So like if they want to keep them informed. So yeah, it effectively, I guess all that's ending. And I mean, I'd say the most like impactful sort of segment of this is when literally like they Moon Jae-in and Kim Jong-un, like they're at the DMZ and like they walk like literally across the border and like they're shaking hands. Like I have the video up right now from ABC in courtesy of Australia. So like it's so crazy to see like how this just sort of happened so suddenly. Like literally we just had the Olympics like not too long ago, just like a couple of months ago, and I guess the underlying theme of the Olympics was that they were trying to like push for peace. And I mean, like you started to see the sort of like the tensions like melting, where Kim Jong-un's sister went to visit the opening ceremonies and they walked in as one unified Korea and all that sort of stuff. And I know it's usually with the Olympics it's sort of a pipe dream that when they're talking about like, oh, we want world peace and all this sort of stuff, like usually after that they just start bombing shit. Like the not even like when Russia hosted the Olympics, not even like a couple weeks after it ended, they invaded Georgia. So, and for this to happen, it's just incredible. So I guess I want to get your guys' thoughts on it, basically.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's obviously it's a really good thing that this is happening. I honestly don't think it's gonna change much. Like you said, like I don't think they're gonna stop sending media over or anything, because North Korea is not going to change. They're still going to be like super propaganda, like super closed borders. The DMZ is still going to exist. There's still going to be soldiers aren't like there. I feel like I don't. It's not like they're just going to pull everything out, open the borders, and basically just like make it a open border or anything.
Well, I mean, doing that would be.
That's too much.
Catastrophic.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it'd be like the Berlin Wall, where basically the famous. Most of you probably weren't born when this happened, but like the famous images that you've probably seen in your textbook of like people like breaking down the Berlin Wall. At first, it wasn't like they weren't letting everyone over like the border between East and West Germany. It was only people that had like, certain passports and everything. Afterwards, there was just such a flood of people. They're just like, okay, let everyone through, and then that's when you get those iconic scenes. I don't think North Korea wants any of that, honestly, because they know everyone would just make for hell or high water, like make their way to South Korea. And I'm sure South Korea wouldn't want, like, that's basically like a huge refugee sort of situation too. I don't know if they'd have the infrastructure to sort of deal with that at this point.
It definitely would have that same effect, actually. Also, none of us were born.
I was gonna say, even I wasn't alive.
Yeah, 1989.
When
but I mean, like, technically the Iron Curtain didn't fall until like 91, even though the Berlin Wall was.
Well, yeah, Iron Curtain's completely different though.
Yeah,
that's
but
like countries, USSR.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah. That's the. I guess that was like the fall of communism in a way. Yeah. But yeah, it's. Yeah, I feel like.
Wait, hold on. What? Chance to make Nate feel old. Were you born before or after the fall of communism?
I was born before. Barely.
But in all seriousness, no, I feel like.
Hey, communism hasn't fallen. We still have North Korea.
It was called the fall of communism. All right?
Oh wait, no, yeah,
God.
okay. This is saying 1989. So I wasn't. It was 1989 to 1922. It is from 89 to 92, so it depends on where if you start or the end.
Yeah, the Iron Curtain didn't completely fall
because I wasn't alive when the Berlin Wall came down, and that was like the beginning of it. I was alive by the end of it. Yeah, but still, sure.
USSR was a thing.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
In a way, this kind of feels like this generation's Berlin Wall situation in a way.
Yeah.
I think we'll see what comes after it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I don't know if the
DMZ comes down, then yeah, that's definitely that. I think right now it's more similar to like I don't know, like China and Taiwan. Yeah, like they're just saying that they're at peace, but like nothing's really gonna change that much.
So I think this is a huge step, though.
But yeah, exactly. It's obviously a first step.
I don't think that unification is even in the cards at all, in my opinion.
No.
Like, but that being said, I think North Korea is still in constant danger of everything falling
apart. Yeah,
because like with the stuff being sent over constantly and stuff like that, the citizens are becoming more and more aware of like what's actually going on. Because like I've seen a few, like, again, it's just stuff I've seen on YouTube, but like. I think it's like Vice documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah,
people go into North Korea and interview people and whatnot, and they're sure enough are coming more and more aware of everything.
Yeah, so, I think reunification's not possible until like the entire regime is destroyed. Basically.
And I mean, if you in comparison to like Kim Jong Il or Kim Il Sung. Kim Jong-un is like nowhere near that level of like he's kind of insane still, but he's nowhere near the level of insanity that his father and his grandfather. I mean, Kim Il Sung is Kim Il Sung is straight up like a murderer or whatever. So like
I mean, I think a lot of the root of his insanity is like he's trying to be like his grandfather.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Like that's where the whole look from, like his wardrobe, his hairstyle, everything.
It definitely feels like he's trying to live up to that legacy. But I mean, he's his own guy. Like, unlike his father and his grandfather, he had a Western education. He went to school in Europe. He's very intelligent. Like, despite being like kind of like portrayed as like
didn't he go to college here?
Yeah, he studied abroad. Like he's not ignorant to like the outside world. He knows the sort of benefits of like how things work in terms of capitalism. And I mean, like, sure, he's literally like I don't want to like sort of like downplay it, but he's kind of a regular dude. Like he plays video games, like he plays World of Tanks. Like you could see whenever, like you could follow Steam and like whenever something pops up in North Korea, that's Kim Jong Un like playing World of Tanks or some other Steam game. Like he listens to like music videos and all this sort of stuff. Like he's definitely more receptive to like the outside world than his father and grandfather were, which is why like it's not surprising that he's. And with that, and like I guess basically just maybe like be getting tired of like all of like the pressure and all this sort of stuff. It's not surprising that he's willing to like, extend an olive branch in this sort of way.
I think another thing to take into consideration is the fact that a lot of North Korean defectors get like discriminated against when they're in South Korea. So I think that's another problem as well. Is they're gonna have to have a lot of awareness campaigns, I guess, if anything like that ever were to happen. Because, there's a lot of, like, even in South Korea, there's a lot of misconceptions about life in North Korea and just as there are in North Korea about the outside world. So, yep.
And the interesting thing is that, basically, from what I know, like South Korea is a very, very conservative country, as most Asian countries are. For the most part, most of them don't want anything to do with North Korea because they feel like they feel like it'd be such a burden to take it like on all.
I was gonna say even like Koreans don't want reunification because the amount of money it would cost to build that country and bring it into the first world like would be enormous.
Yeah, especially when you consider like
basically, North Korea's gain would be a lot of South Koreans' loss. Because
South Korea would have to pay for most of it.
Yeah,
it's or China would pay for it, and then they would just take that land, like, and it wouldn't really be reunification. It would just be China, taking over half of the North Korean peninsula or Korean peninsula.
I mean, with this sort of situation, again, it's sort of like, I guess how I'd want to see, or how I'd want to position this, again, one, it being a first start, and two, it's definitely, again, I feel like it is interesting to see how most Koreans will react to this, because some of it, like, again, the Blue House was, like, I guess, highly criticized for, I guess, being more warm, or, like, being more willing to, like, have peace talks and negotiations with Kim Jong-un and the North Korean regime, whereas
so is that the South Korean White House? Is the Blue House?
Yeah, it's the Blue House.
Because like before, like, I mean, like with Park Geun-hye, I mean, like, well, it's crazy how we went from like somebody that was like or investigated for corruption, ousted, and to a president that literally got like peace talks getting to work. Like, that's insane. But that aside, like previous regime or previous presidencies were very, like, they didn't want any, or they wanted no peace talks, or they wanted no open communication whatsoever with North Korea. But yeah, again, with the I guess the more liberal side of the spectrum taking over in the aftermath of those the impeachment and the elections, the Blue House is definitely way more willing to get it done. And also, again, I don't want to like delve into too much politics or whatever, because that isn't really the point of this show. But so it's very interesting to see like how the U.S. has been involved in all of this, because I mean, again, like U.S. is very much one of like the biggest ally that South Korea has, and
South Korea is one of the U.S.'s biggest allies as well.
Yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, like, if the U.S. didn't have a military presence in South Korea, like, North Korea would have bombed them by now, because there's nothing the only thing that kept North Korea from invading or like attacking South Korea was the threat of like pissing off the U.S. So, like, I mean, like, surprisingly, this has been all building up since like Obama was in office, which was like, I mean, even was like just 2 years ago. But when under the Obama administration, they started a policy of sanctions, not specifically on North Korea, but on North Korean allies. So what they do is like, okay, anyone that was giving aid to North Korea or being sympathetic to North Korea, they'll give some type of sanctions on them. So it would put pressure on their allies to be like, okay, North Korean allies, like, oh, okay, stop acting like stupid, like, basically just like, just like discipline like a whiny child or whatever.
Yeah.
Which basically what a lot of like North Korean aggression has been over the past like 20-30 years. Under the Obama administration, they actually there was never a case where they imposed those sanctions, but under the Trump administration, they actually did. They were very, very hard line on these sanctions. So it's very interesting to see. Like, again, both sides, even like the American political spectrum, have some sort of influence on this decision. And I mean, for as crazy as it's been, like, it's or as crazy divided it's been, definitely both sides of the spectrum can definitely take credit for it, because if Obama never implemented this sort of sanctions, the Trump administration would have never like gone through with him in the first place, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess just not to delve it again too much into politics or just drag this out too much. I guess where do you guys see this going in the future? Like, do you really think that like any type of, do you think we can, maybe not now, like I don't think they'll end up opening the border, but do you think that there will be open trade, I don't know, like free pass between the borders?
I think they'll be more lenient going forward, like both sides, but I think it's going to be slow but sure, rather than very fast. Like, it's still going to take many years before we see any more like large scale progress, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how I feel. Like, nothing's going to change in the short term. I think slowly, unless something changes and, I don't know, the next Korean election, the president's super conservative and shuts everything down again. Like, if they keep going through with this, I think eventually we'll see more open borders and more open trade and ideas and stuff. But it's gonna take a long time. It's definitely not anything short term.
I mean, it took them God, it's been well over 60 years just to get to this point where they're about to end the Korean War. Imagine how much longer it might take for them just to get to normalize relations. And it's interesting, the official document that they signed, because another one of the iconic scenes was them they were. I don't know exactly where the signing took place, maybe somewhere near the DMZ, but they were signing this, what is called the, I don't know how to pronounce this, the Panmunjom Declaration, which is sort of like their plan going forward. And reading through this just a bit, some of the stuff they're talking about is South and North Korea will reconnect the blood relations of the people and bring forward the future of co-prosperity and unification led by Koreans. So they're basically talking about we'll work together. They want to end the sort of alleviate military tension, solid peace regime, bring an end to the unnatural state of armistice. Yeah, basically, it definitely seems like they're both sides are willing to play ball, especially because North Korea is definitely on its last leg when it comes to food supply and all this sort of resources.
Well, the thing is, like you said, the Trump administration started pushing these sanctions to actually follow through with them, and so China started sanctioning North Korea, and I think they were very heavily damaged by that.
I mean, China's North Korea's the
only source of anything.
Oh yeah, only ally. They're the only
all
ones.
Their resources, everything comes from them.
So
when they stopped, they're just that's what I think truly pushed this through was Trump pushing sanctions to China and China pushing sanctions to North Korea to get North Korea to actually stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess just on my end, I am very optimistic on it. When I first heard it, there was a lot of skepticism coming out of it, because especially on places like Reddit where they're I went to
where people have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, people have no idea what they're talking about in the first place. But basically, according to the Korean specific Korean subreddit, the news was sort of breaking from what you would consider a tabloid sort of news service. So there was a lot of skepticism coming out of it. But I guess once these actual confirmations came through, I guess they were more receptive to it. But the most impactful comment that I saw was from somebody on Reddit World News, and they were talking about how, I don't know if they were an expat or whatever, but they were talking about how their mom started crying when they saw the news, because basically it's just been literally a generation since the last time they've had any sort of peace talks between the two countries. So I feel even though we really don't know what the future is, I feel there's still, this is definitely it's a sliver of hope that I want to be optimistic about it.
Yeah, I mean, this has to happen. This has to be the first step. So it's obviously a step in the right direction. Yep. Depending on how long it takes to take that next step is another question. But it's not there's anything bad could come of this. I mean, they need to do this to continue onward. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing. There's definitely hope for the future.
Yeah, I feel unlike the Middle East conflict, where basically you've had so many peace talks,
thousands of years of war.
Because
religious war.
Yeah, because I mean, everyone thought, between Netanyahu and Arafat, they got everything figured out between Palestine and Israel, and then Israel gave up the Gaza Strip and everything, and they're still sending bombs over at each other. Unlike that situation where basically it's just deeply rooted racial and population sort of things, where it's just religious differences. These are both Koreans. I feel they're more willing to come together on the fact that they come from similar ancestry. That stretches
ancestry.
Well before the Korean War ever started. So I feel they're more willing to come together in that way.
Yeah, I mean, it was less than 100 years ago that they were one country. Well, it might be more than that now. I'm not 100% sure when it was actually split.
Yeah, I mean, they're blood, or they're generations of people that they went through Japanese occupation together. They went through World War II together, and all this sort of stuff. I think even though as outsiders, we really don't know that much about it. And honestly, there's only so much that textbooks and information off of CNN and Wikipedia can tell us. But it is still a good step, and I really hope that we're 5-6 years down the road, we're talking about how where this is what started the change. This again, where this is, we look back on this as a very important moment of history. Like, this is where an entire chapter of history, and not just like another like page.
Yeah. If we ever want to get real deep into politics, I could get one of the guys I studied abroad with who does like news shows in like Southeast Asia for like political correspondent.
That'd be interesting.
He's American, but yeah, he just studied like Asian politics and has a bunch of politics degrees and does like news correspondence for politics in Asia.
That's definitely an interesting topic, and
so if we ever want to get like real deep into North and South Korea politics, we could bring it. I could probably ask him. He'd probably do it.
Cool. All right, so with that, I guess we can go into topic 2.
Topic 2, guys. I saw Red Velvet. I got to see Red Velvet. It was awesome.
Jokes on you, we're seeing them too.
Yeah, but I got to see Fanmeet Red Velvet, which was the best part. So, yeah, I saw Red Velvet in Chicago last weekend, as of recording. And I just figured I'd go through what they did, talk about it, and kind of compare it to the other 2 fan meets that I've done in the last year, which were Card and Day 6. So I'll just go through like the schedule of everything first. So they opened up, obviously they're just like during seating, they're just playing music or whatever. They opened up with Red Flavor. So they came out and just did Red Flavor like straight up. Then they played a fan-made video of just a bunch of fans like greeting them and saying like, "Hey, we love you." Like some like the Australian dude was like, "Hey, come to Australia," and people from Chicago were welcoming them and doing like cover dances and stuff. And then they told us they had a special video, and Joy left us a little message because Joy couldn't make it because of her drama. So was everyone. The other 4 were there, but Joy was not.
Did that kind of throw you for a loop when you heard the songs, or how well were they able to perform as?
They were. Yeah, it was fine. They covered all of her lines and everything. So yeah, it worked better than I'd expected. I mean, they've known that she wasn't able to come for a while, so I'm sure they prepared pretty well for it. So yeah, like the dances didn't look too weird. Because they actually like covered it. When they did random to play dance, and that looked weird because for those they actually did their normal formation, so there was like holes in it. But like when they were actually performing songs, like they did it as a group of 4, so it didn't look weird.
Hopefully she's there at KCON.
Oh
yeah, I think she would be because I mean KCON's like basically M Countdown. Like I think they're gonna plan around that. This was just a small little fan meet
last year.
That's true.
Well, because I think
she wasn't she in the jungle?
She
though?
was in like freaking.
No, she was doing Law.
Law of the Jungle.
She was doing Law of the Jungle, so she was literally in another country for like weeks.
Yeah.
So that's why. But
for those that don't know, Law of the Jungle is basically like Korean Survivor. So
with celebrities, not
with
random
celebrities,
people.
Yeah.
So yeah, after the Joy video, they did like a Q&A, like they do at fan meets. So they bring out a board with like a bunch of questions. They all just pick questions off the board that fans wrote. And answer them. Highlights that came out of that. We could get supposed new hairstyles or hair colors that they might have that they want to do. Solgi with shoulder length hair might happen soon.
Goodness.
I know it's gonna be great. What else did they say? God, I'm blanking. I should have wrote down more details. I mean, no, I didn't record the Q&A session, I don't think, so I won't answer this. That's really all I remember. Solgi with shoulder-length hair, and someone suggested she make it silver. I don't know if that would happen.
I'm down for that. Are you kidding me? Silver hair is so fire right now.
And Wendy was like, I don't know. And then at the end, she just did fan service and said, well, no, she's like, she just did fan service. She's like, I want to go back to debut hair. So we'll see if she brings back the two-tone.
The blue thing.
Yeah,
Lord.
Brown hair with blue.
I don't know about that.
And another really good. So Yeri was adorable this whole time. Like her facial expressions and everything, she's just completely adorable.
Oh, she's the mom.
And they asked her what her ideal type was, and she just couldn't answer, and so she just said her fans. And then
she just doesn't want to get crucified. Like, and then the MC guy was like, "Are there any guys out there? Hey, you guys all have a chance now." So he like played it up like she meant literally her male fans,
and then everybody was just like, "Yeah."
So that was kind of funny. But yeah, they did questions like. Yeri answered like, does she want to or they asked like if they wanted to produce any music, or I don't remember what else, like what Irene got asked. Yeah, there was like for some reason they both picked, two of them picked hair questions, so that's like that was a big part of it. Then they did Moonlight Melody, which is the ballad from I don't know if it was the repackage or
it was on
the main
originally
album.
on like
was it on Perfect?
Yeah, it was Red. It was what was the original one? Not Perfect Red Velvet.
Perfect Velvet.
Perfect
right?
Velvet, yeah.
Perfect Velvet, and then the Perfect Red Velvet.
Yeah,
it was on Perfect Velvet.
Yeah, it was the Velvet track off of that album.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was like their straight ballad. Like it wasn't an R&B style song. It's just literally ballad.
Yeah.
So they performed that. Then they performed Russian Roulette. And then they did Random Play Dance, which was great. And I think so. At first, Yeri screwed up. Then Irene screwed up, and then at the end, it looked like Wendy screwed up, but it turned out she was the only one who got it right, and the other three screwed up. So Wendy got to choose who did the punishment, which was Sexy Dance.
Yep, I saw that.
And
I saw that on the internet.
She was like, well, I was the only one who was right, so why don't all three of them have to do it?
Hey.
So they all had to do it, and Yeri was like super adorable and didn't know how to do it, and she was like scared about doing it the whole time.
Did Wendy pulling through for us?
Did Yeri just egg you?
She was just like jumping around and like
that's so basically
and like trying to be sexy dancing and doing it horribly.
I saw the Solgi part though.
And then so then Irene did it, then Solgi did it.
Oh my
and
God.
Then obviously after Solgi, everyone wanted Wendy to do it because the other three did it, so she has to do it, and so she did it. She tore it up, surprisingly.
I'm pretty sure these things like only happen in American fan meets because I've never heard of them being like, you have to do a sexy dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if they did on Korean television, like the netizens would like flip a shit or something like that.
Oh yeah, they would.
Yeah. So yeah, that Random Play Dance was fun, and obviously Sexy Dance Punishments was really good. I caught all this on camera, by the way. I recorded all their performances, so I'm going to put up a video eventually, hopefully by the end of this week. Then they did the stupidest game ever that took way too long and was horribly horrible. Basically, so yeah, this must be something that Subculture was trying that was new, and it clearly did not go over well. Basically, like it was fine, but it just took too long, and it was not like very. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of fan engagement. It wasn't very fun. Basically, what they did is like those. There's like a quiz app that's really popular where like if you get a question wrong, you're out.
Oh, HG
and like you
Trivia.
keep doing. So it was like that, but what it was there would be a question for one of the members, and it'd be one of two choices, and all the audience was participating. You had to raise either your right or left hand. And then if you picked the right question, you got to stay standing. If you picked the wrong question, you had to sit down. There was no way to monitor if people were cheating.
They did that at day 6 too.
And they were doing that. They didn't do that for us for day 6.
Yeah, it didn't work out for day 6.
But they basically, it was supposed to go down to there were 4 people, and it obviously took way too long. So there were probably people that were cheating, and people weren't calling them out on it, and like. I don't know. It just took way too long too because
I was honest. I lost on like.
I lost on the first one because they threw some of us off on some of them. Like they picked the ones that were not obvious choices. And I don't know if they're doing that to get people to like get a lot of people out, or if they genuinely thought that. But yeah, so yeah, because like it was like the second one I got knocked out because it was Irene, and it was like, holding hands or like linking arms, And everyone, since she's always like super shy and like conservative, everyone thought she would say holding hands, but she said linking arms, and it got like a bajillion people out.
Wait, how is holding hands like more shy than like linking arms? Is, I don't know. Linking arms is just weird. Holding hands might just be like, it seems more forward to me. So I would have picked linking arms.
Linking arms. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I didn't think of it that way. But yeah, so it just took too long. The only funny part to come out of that was really near the end. They asked Solgi singing or dancing, and she picked singing, and then she got really sad when almost everyone had to sit down. She was just like, but I like singing, guys.
What?
And she said it in a really sad... Well, no, because she's a dancer. Like, I would have picked dancing. Like,
I would have picked singing personally.
Really?
I would have picked singing. Yeah, again, Red Velvet's like Mamamoo, where all 5 out can sing. So.
Oh yeah, well I know she can sing.
With Solgi though, she was like specifically known for her singing when she was a rookie.
Oh really? See, yeah.
Or not when she was a rookie, when she was a trainee.
Like,
I mean,
as a trainee, yeah. But yeah, in my opinion, she's the second best singer in the group. But
yep.
I think. Like, I still would have picked dancing because that's what she does. She's the dancer. Like, she's so good at it. But yeah, she was, like, super cute and sad when she saw everyone had to sit down because they picked dancing. And then they did the ending where they did Rookie and Peekaboo and Bad Boy.
Bad Boy is probably... That's a great song to end with.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't... that's, I think...
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's our most anticipated song. Oh, boy.
Yeah, so, just going overall, I talked about this a little bit in the chat, but, like, getting out of it, I was, like, super hyped, and it was awesome, obviously, because, like, I just saw Red Velvet. But, like, thinking on it, in terms of fan engagement and, like, the games and just, like, them acting, like, or just them talking to the fans, answer questions and stuff, other than that one game, it was easily the best. I think they did a way more fan servicey type stuff than Card and Day 6 did. But in terms of music, it was a little disappointing. Because, like I said, they did 6 songs. They only did 1 B-side, which was a ballad. Mm-hmm. They didn't do... Cooper says Bad Boy's a Velvet track, but it's like this weird border of the Velvet. It's like a new thing. It's not... I don't count it as a Red song or a Velvet song.
Tracks are all like in between.
Yeah. But yeah, they didn't do a single Velvet song. Like, I didn't get to see like One of These Nights or any of the like super velvety R&B songs. So I was a little disappointed there. Yeah, I didn't hear any of the awesome B-sides like Body Talk or Kingdom Come or anything.
Or Zoo.
Or Zoo, yeah. I want to hear Solgi's stream. They'll save that one for an actual concert. But still, like, I just wanted like one of those even. And then I was a little disappointed that they didn't do an encore either. Because like, how do you not have an encore?
Yeah.
Like, after Bad Boy, I thought they were gonna come out at least and do
Dum Dum?
Happiness or. Well, I thought they would do Happiness. I thought they would do debut song. But yeah, I could have seen them doing it Dum Dum or Ice Cream Cake either. But yeah, they didn't do anything, so that was a little disappointing too. So yeah, I think overall it's probably the worst in terms of music, and not the performances themselves. They performed great. They sang it all live. All the choreo was great. Like, they were amazing, but just the fact that there was only 6 songs for and this was also easily the most expensive of the 3 I've gone to.
Yep.
The worst seats were like $100.
Yeah,
whereas like Card and Day 6 was like 50.
I mean, SM tax.
Yeah, you're paying
basically
for the group. Yeah, you're paying SM tax, but still, like, I want to at least get the same amount of songs as these other groups. Day 6 played like 12 songs. They played like twice as much, and they still did the fan stuff. And Card did. Yeah. Card only had 3 songs when we saw them, and they performed like 8. So like,
yeah, it's weird.
It was a little disappointing in terms of music, but like obviously they were amazing. Fan engagement stuff was amazing. The actual performances were amazing. I'm definitely happy I went. But just thinking on it again, originally I was thinking like this was easily the best, but now that I thought about it more, I'm just like, I just wish there was more music.
Yeah. I think it's just because it seemed like they kind of added this on like very last minute, because they were only supposed to go to like the LA like Korean like music festival sort of thing.
Yeah, they did that LA thing. And they
put this
shot
on?
something in
Was it
this was
Subculture.
Subculture.
So I feel like they just wanted to just make the most out of their time there. So they maybe I don't know who initiated the contact obviously, but I'm pretty sure it's interesting that they'd reach out to Subculture, and like I feel like SM would be big enough to do it on their own, but I don't mind them having Subculture do it.
I think Subculture does it.
Subculture does it
first
like
contact because they're like a small company.
But I mean, they're in charge of a lot. I mean, like
They
that's
run
what
pretty
they
much
do is
every
they put on K-pop concerts.
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
I guess it's just like they
do it well.
Yeah, they have a great infrastructure. I feel like they've done it the best out of all the K-pop concerts I went to. So again, like we were thinking that basically we had Jacob and I had FOMO. Basically, we were like, oh, why did we go? But even from the very beginning, like we were like, this is the beginning. This was the start of something. Like they weren't just gonna like show up to Chicago, and LA.
They're not gonna not come back.
Yeah, because SM likes money, I think.
Well, yeah, and Shiny did this exact same thing. They did a fan meet in Chicago, and then less than a year later, they did a U.S. tour. I think they just do that as kind of testing the waters.
If we get an entire Red Velvet concert,
sold
you best
out,
believe we're gonna be there.
Chicago sold out, so they're definitely coming back. Obviously, they're coming back sooner than we originally thought because they're gonna be at KCON. But I don't know if it would be this year, but at least by next summer there will be a U.S. tour. Like,
I feel like that's a high possibility. Like, I mean,
they're getting so big now. Like,
and I mean, EXO's done it before, and like, to some degree.
No, like they've SM. I think honestly, Sochi might be and FX
Except
might be
for
the only ones that don't.
Like, come on,
SSD
and
they're girl groups. They don't usually, but I think Red Velvet is. They're getting to that point where like we've been talking about for the past year. Like girl groups are getting bigger and bigger. As like relative to guy groups, like they're catching up, and so I think
SNSD was really SNSD was the only girl group.
Well, because
maybe 21 as well were the only girl groups that ever rivaled boy groups in terms of popularity. Now, like most of the girl groups are getting there. Yeah, so
I feel like also
most of the big ones.
Just because Red Velvet's musical style, it's not like SNSD or whatever. So it has more crossover appeal, which is why they have Despite you saying like you said the crowd was mostly guys or.
No.
It was still mostly
girls. Yeah, that's why I said Sogi fangirls rival JSF fangirls.
Oh my god!
Like there are so many fangirls screaming for Sogi.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of like female K-pop fans that are willing to listen to Red
Velvet. I mean, 9 out of 10 K-pop fans are girls. So.
Yeah, I mean there were definitely more guys there than Day6 and Card.
Yeah,
like I easily there were groups of only guys, which usually. It's like most 99% of the guys are brought by their girlfriends, and so like here there were guys like in the older age bracket like me, like mid to late 20s. There were groups of guys there were definitely more guys, but it was still probably 70% girls. I would roughly say. I mean, I didn't really see the balcony, so I have no idea. Maybe the whole balcony was guys, but I doubt it.
Yeah, but it's still cool. It's still cool that they can drive these numbers, even though they're just a girl group, and literally it's been so hard. Even in New York, the last girl group that did a solo tour here is I can't remember honestly. Like
they rarely do.
Maybe in a big arena, maybe 21.
That's why where's Dreamcatcher? They did everywhere else.
Wasn't 21's tour only 3 or 2 locations?
Yeah,
well that's what happens for US tours. It's that's LA
just YG
and New York usually.
Yeah, that was just YG in general. They only have 3 or 4 stops.
Somewhere in Texas.
But I feel like K-pop's in a different position now where they can actually make
money. They usually do somewhere in the Midwest, either Chicago or Toronto. And then
this
New York,
this
LA,
is post Gangnam Style,
Texas.
post BTS K-pop now.
This is a completely different ballgame. But just sort of thing to put in the comments. Like if you went to this concert, let us know. And if you're going to KCON, let us know as well because it'd be cool to meet up with some people.
Yep. And like I said, I recorded literally every performance. Including the random play dance and sexy dance. Although I ran out of recording time in the middle of Wendy's, so I probably lost 3 or 4 seconds of it. But I will cut that together and put out a video. Hopefully I'll get it done by this week. I honestly shouldn't take too long, but I'm probably underestimating it because, like Andrew, like I said to Andrew, it's like probably grossly underestimating how long it'll take to edit.
The length of an edit.
But I'll try to get it out by this week. So yeah, that was Red Velvet. It was awesome. Once we put the video up, you can watch it. I was pretty far back, but audio quality is really good on my phone, so that's there. And you can still make them out. Like, the screen's there, and you can make the members out. It's just not like the greatest quality because I was pretty far back. So yeah, good. Let's move on to topic 3.
Topic 3, which is releases
part 1.
Part 1.
So yeah, like I said at the beginning of the episode, let us know what you think of this new format. So the changes basically, no longer going to mention what day they're released because it doesn't really matter. And I'm no longer going to mention songs that we don't have anything to say about. Just to streamline it.
Cut the fat.
Yeah, cut the fat. It'll take less time.
And we actually get to talk about things we actually care about.
Yeah, so we can focus on the things that we actually want to mention. And so because of that, good.
If there's anything we missed, though, like, feel free to leave it in the comments. Like, if there's one
definitely.
like super underground thing that I actually managed to miss because I stayed up till like 4 hours trying to look through everything. Like, if there's something that we still managed to miss, like, let us know, because we're always looking for, like, we're running out of K-pop at this point. Basically, we look through everything. So any new underground stuff that you can find, or just stuff that we like sort of have a hole in, just like let us know.
Yep. And then so obviously, since we're not talking about everything and we're not doing it by date, these are in release order next week or next month. If we do it this way, still we'll probably alphabetize it because it'll be easier. Then we can talk about, like, if groups put multiple songs together, we can talk about them, like, compare them and stuff. But we forgot to alphabetize them before Andrew wrote all of his notes, and so his notes would have been completely out of order. So next time when we make the list, we'll alphabetize it. But for now, it is in release order. But because we're not talking about we're not mentioning the songs we don't want to talk about, we made it in the style of our top MVs. So you get to see screenshots of each music video at least.
Visuals.
Yep. So there's some visuals instead of just a list of things. So starting from the beginning, I just wanted to put the reviews. So we have a past reviews list, which is Twice, What Is Love, EXO-CBX, Blooming Days, and VIX Ode to VIX. We have reviewed those the past couple weeks.
They'll be down there.
Yep, they're on the screen. And then for future reviews, we are going to review Lovely's Heal and G-Friend's Time for the Moon Night next week, as well as Dreamcatcher's Escape the Era and G-Idol's, what's the name of the album? I'm not sure.
I forget what it's called.
Hold on, let me check.
And then G-Idol's the new Cube groups.
I Am is the name of the album.
So yeah, that'll be next week. Those came out this month, though. It was May, so we've only mentioned Lovely's and G-Friend.
Yep.
So yeah, moving on to the first song, we have NCTU's music video for Yesterday, which was on their NCT 2018 Empathy album, which we reviewed. But the music video came out. Go ahead.
I was gonna say easily one of our favorite songs from the album.
Like, this was my favorite
from NCT. Amazing.
Yeah, I believe I mentioned it before. It's just NCT doing a old school hip hop style in the vein of BTS or whatever. So yeah, it works well with them. And yeah, finally, this is probably the most deserving song of an MV off of that entire track list. So well executed.
Yep, yeah, it was definitely my favorite song, and I thought the MV was really cool. So yeah, anything else?
Nope.
Good.
Next we have EXID's Lady, which is a digital single. This is a really cool. We do get to see it live at KCON. This is assuming we get tickets.
Just cross my fingers. I don't take.
You guys keep talking about that we're going, but we might not be able to get tickets with how ridiculous the lineup is. Hopefully we can though. So yeah, EXID's Lady. This is really cool. It's like a really retro style. Both the music and the video. They're definitely an improvement over Dur 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 Dur.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there. I a lot of deliberation on this. Best EXID song, hands down.
Yeah,
it's up
definitely
there.
it's definitely one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that, but it's definitely, yeah, I agree, it's up there. It's better than, in my opinion, it's better than the group of like catchy, sexy songs like Up and Down and Hot Pink and stuff.
But not as good
which
as
I like
Cream.
those songs.
But
it's definitely better than Cream.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe I put this up there with Cream. Maybe.
But yeah, I don't know if it's as good as their top tier. I'd have to think about that more.
Yeah, I love the song, but the music video, the filter was a little much. Other than that, everything was great.
Okay, so basically, for those that don't, most of you are probably way too young to know what New Jack Swing is, but it's basically they're just doing a retro sort of throwback, like 90s sound.
Yep.
If you're listening to music nowadays here in America, the most obvious example of that would be Bruno Mars and Cardi B's Finesse. So yeah, this is basically the Korean version of Finesse, and I know Shinsan Tiger might get into a lot of trouble for being like, oh my god, he's copying another sort of thing, but I feel like it's not a Finesse like ripoff or whatever. I feel like it's still a bit unique enough that it's very much an EXID song still in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shinsan Tiger's just been on fire lately. I mean, like
he made like some of my favorite songs ever, like with 4 Minute and whatnot.
But
so
no, like just
I
in this
believe in
year,
him.
just in this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Boom Boom and this. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Like he's on our short list. He's on our short list at this point. Again, outfits very 90s, very New York 90s. Like basically, they're wearing like, these bright like windbreakers. They're wearing Timbs. They're wearing Kangol like bucket hats. Like all this sort of stuff. Like basically how everyone's dressing nowadays. Like it's basically like this is again like I guess much like anything else that's sort of New Jack Swing. It's basically like In Living Color, like brought back into like the modern age. For those that don't know, In Living Color was a sketch comedy show, kind of like SNL, but it was mostly like black comedians. It was started by the Wayans, and for whatever reason, Jim Carrey was on that show. I don't know why, but like yeah, Jim Carrey was only on In Living Color. He was never on SNL. Which is insane, like to think about. But yeah, as someone that loves this entire like style of music, again, I love this song. I love like my bias definitely leans towards like Ellie and Hani, and I really don't know at this point, but like Hyolyn is like she's literally ruining everything because I love the way she looks at her bangs, and her vocals in this are exceptional. Like
I like her having like long hair.
Yeah, long hair and the bangs is like works so well. I don't know why she didn't do it before, because like she'd have like some of her haircuts have been really bad back in the day, like where she'd have like uber short hair and I don't know, it just didn't frame her face well. But it's so perfect this way, and we'll see if they keep going with like the retro. Like I feel like we really like their retro songs, but we really hate when they try to like make the super sexy dirt.
I mean, I don't hate like Up and Down's great, and
Up and Down's
Hot
great,
Pink. Hot Pink was like I feel like those have gotten worse as they've gone on.
Yeah,
like they started out great, and
L.I.E. was really good too.
Yeah. That's another one of my favorites. But yeah, I feel like this is where their talent gets a shine, because again, we keep saying it over and over again, but EXID's only like they get pigeonholed into you're just a sexy group, but there's so much talent with all of the members on this group. So yeah, I'm glad it gets a shine in this way.
Yep. Next we have Oh My Girl Banhana, which is a subunit with Banana Allergy Monkey, or BAM, as I like to call it. And for me, the instrumentals are pretty good, but the singing and the concept is just way too much. It's like, why? Why did they do this to me?
I'm pretty like they're literally like scratching their thighs because oh my god, they have an allergy. Like it's
and
way
monkeys.
too extra. Yeah, they're monkeys too.
Also even to me, the singing, like they were playing up the super high pitched like little girl singing too much in the song.
I mean that's some of like Oh My Girl in a way.
I know it's some of them, but like I feel like they went overboard. Like I'm fine with it a little bit, but they were definitely playing it up. And then just the concept's really weird, and like the songs not like, also the singing and the instrumentals don't really fit very well. Like I mean they kind of do, but
I think they fit well.
Okay, I don't know. I just like I want to hear the chiptune song with like a legit song, not this weird.
Because I mean, they're doing like chiptunes with like cutesy sort. It's like like kawaii in a way. Like they're basically just like going for hyper cute sort of thing.
I just want it with a good vocals and good concept.
I wouldn't have taken like an Oh My Girl subunit in this direction at all. Like if anything, I wanted them to go in a more mature direction because
like Closer, so good.
That's like literally the only Oh My Girl song that I listen to.
That's my favorite.
No, I've been listening to.
It's easily their best.
I'm a huge fan of Oh My Girl. Like ever since like even or before they got really, really, really popular in a way, or before like freaking Windy Day came out. But like all the members in here, like I think the youngest one's like I think 16 or 17 at this point. So it feels like, oh, why are you? It's like freaking Benny's like 20 or whatever, so I'm just like, why are you doing this to them? Why are you putting him in such a childish concept when like there's so much more development they can be doing at this point? Because it's kind of getting old with Oh My Girl, because it's, and I know it's their shtick, I know it's their like their like a la like Lovelyz, where that's like, it's just like hyper cutesy stuff, but I feel like the subunit would be the perfect place for them to break that mold. And it just feels like they didn't want to like risk it too much. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's an enjoyable song. I love chiptunes. I love all like the really like video game references and everything. But man, I want to see a mature Oh My Girl already. I'm kind of waiting for that now.
Yeah. Anything, Jacob, other than complaining? No. Okay. Next we have TVXQ's Love Line from their new full-length album, New Chapter #1, The Chance of Love, which I kind of
say
regret
is thank God TVXQ's back. Finally.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say like I kind of regret not reviewing this album, because they're back. But yeah, this song, this is the intro song. It's not the title track. The title track, because the album came out last month, I think. We talked about the title track.
Yep.
Yeah, it came out in March. So not last month, but previous reviews, releases. But yeah, this is the title track, or the intro track. So they gave it a music video. It came out a little bit later, and I really like the song's really minimalistic. And the music video echoes it really, really well. It's all like, it's like a pure white house. Everything's like super sterile, clean, and there's just a bunch of like blues with the sky and like blue highlights
and shirts that dance without bodies.
Oh yes,
everyone was joking. It's a tie ad.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks so good, and it matches the song really well because the song is very minimalistic. There's no beat at the beginning other than just like some snapping and claps and stuff. There's no actual drums. And when they do come in, it's very subtle.
Minor controversy regarding this music video, though. The first time released this, there's a part where like some like, I don't know, flight attendant ladies showing like the map or whatever. It's like, I don't know, Japan wasn't on the map, so everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Really? It's like,
"Oh my god!"
I don't know. They're like, "Oh my god!" They're like, they hate Japan, all that sort of stuff. Like, but they said it was like a genuine mistake, which is why they took down the video and then they re-edited it. So. Yeah, that's still pretty funny though. It's kind of like it's basically like Happiness all over again, where they had like the random like freaking
kamikaze planes.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Well, actually, don't even make me get into the Happiness thing. People got so many things wrong when they're getting upset about it.
That's
one part was worth being upset about, but the rest of it they're just making shit up. Anyways, go on.
Anything else you want to say, Jacob?
No, I'm really glad that TVXQ is back, and I enjoyed the 2 music videos they put out. I gotta listen to the rest of the album.
Yeah, same. Next we have Primary and Anda's project album, Do Worry Be Happy. And we're gonna talk about the song The Open Boat featuring Cold from Off on Off.
I actually thought that we were talking about the
Dress Room one,
so
okay. Well, we can talk about Dress Room as well.
So I want to talk about that as well.
But we don't have that. We don't have a picture for Dress Room.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I guess you want to go first, Jacob, since Dress Room.
Oh yeah, first. So Dress Room I thought was really, really nice and just well put together, as what I expect out of like Primary. I'll have to look up the singer they got, Shinsei. Sure. Is Anda the singer?
I have no idea.
It says the lyrics are by. Oh no, yeah, lyrics are by Anda.
So I think.
It's Primary and
whatever.
it is.
But anyways, whoever the singer is, she's got a really nice voice, and music video is really cool, nice, and like I guess artsy. And yeah, I really like the song though, so I'm gonna be adding that and listening to the rest of the album.
Shinsei is on a different track. On the album.
Wait, not on that's not on Dress Room?
No, okay, so that link is to a
that
third.
Link is wrong,
that link is wrong. Yes, that link is not
whatever
to Dress Room.
This song is.
It is
to
the fourth song on the album, which has Shinsei on it.
Yeah, I'm talking about that song.
Yes,
oh
the other
You're
songs
confuse
are.
Everyone.
I know.
Well,
okay, there's a primary. There's a primary in an Anda album. So Anda is singing on all of it. There's a fourth song on that album that Jacob's talking about. The name is in Korean. It is
Wheein. Yes,
that is what he's talking about.
Yes.
And then
anyway,
Andrew and I want to talk about the Open Boat featuring Cold from Off on Off.
It's basically Primary doing a Churches song and with synth pop and that sort of like vibe to it. And the music video is basically just, I don't know, Frosty the Snowman or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like old school animation, like 50s animation about a snowman.
Cuphead.
I was thinking Cuphead
it's
too.
Very Cuphead. Well, if you know video games.
Obviously, I had to talk
Disney.
about this. Obviously, we had to talk about this because it had freaking Cold from Off on Off. So,
yep,
that's a must always.
Mm-hmm. So
I also really like this song a lot. It's nice and chill. The music video is interesting. It almost seems like it's kind of unfitting, but I like it. I guess the animation is pretty cool. So.
Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to check. So yeah, Reddit really threw us off because that whole album, all 4 songs have music videos.
Yeah,
but they linked to the wrong one. They only listed 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just check out the whole album. There's 4 songs. They're all great. Next is The Boys, their second mini album, The Start, with the title track Giddy Up. This is awesome, funky synth instrumentals. For me, they're 2 for 2 for me. This group has put out 2 great singles, and I'm definitely looking forward to what they keep putting out.
They're wearing Bruins jerseys, but that makes me sad because we just got dad dicked by freaking lightning. Anyway, but again, they're definitely becoming one of my favorite Produce 101 offshoot groups. Like, God, like I did not think that there would be this much like talent coming out of it, like this group, especially with like so much members to introduce. Man, like I don't know if can you really think of any other group that sounds like them right now? Like honestly speaking, I can't.
Let me listen to it again because I didn't mark it down because I wasn't really into it.
That's a good thing. I mean, like they have such a unique sound that I feel like that's going to work for them in the long run because, like, again, they're just it's such a fresh like breath of air. Like, considering like almost all these new boy groups are like, oh, we want to be like BTS, like EXO, like go hard and like we sort of like miss out on this. Like I feel
the one that I would say is probably like 17, but
maybe like early 17, but 17's like started to shift away from that in a way.
This is definitely 17. Old 17. Like if you want to compare them
so well.
Yep. Yeah, I like the song a lot. I'm really excited for what they put out.
Oh, we're seeing 17 as well.
Yep. We are.
Are we?
No, we're what?
No, we're
not.
Why did I think that?
We're saying Pentagon, you idiot.
Yeah.
No.
Because people thought
17 was on the list already.
It's because
is it because people thought it was them?
Yeah. Because
maybe that's what I saw.
There's no
on
point
Twitter
because 17 has
Cooper and Andrew were theorizing that it was 17.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Already,
I'm stupid.
Yeah, there's no point. Anyway.
Yep. Next, we have CLC's music video for Distance from Black Dress, which we reviewed the album. There's a music video out.
This song was light years better than Black Dress. And also, it does the mysterious, sexy vibe way better than Black Dress ever did. That is the only correct opinion.
The only correct opinion.
Yes, that is the only correct opinion.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter because To the Sky is the best song on that album anyway.
Hell no.
But Black Dress is really good and Distance really good. The whole album's really good. But yeah, I like the music video for this one too. It was very, very It was kind of like a ballad music video, but not. I mean, the song's not really a ballad, but it's definitely closer to a ballad than Black Dress. Next we have Ben, digital single Iced Coffee.
Yep.
I've discovered the voice of an angel. Seriously. I just randomly found Ben, and apparently, like, Jacob, you said you had heard of her before?
Yeah, I saw her cover previously of Eyes, Nose, Lips. That's how I knew of her, and just because I sometimes they just go on, like, big gist of, like, K-pop, like, covers of like, vocal covers and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, again, this song was just incredible. Though apparently, like, this is like she doesn't do that much like original music that's not for OSTs. So
yeah,
that's why I guess we really haven't like covered her, since most of her songs are just for like dramas and everything. But so incredibly smooth, almost kind of reminds you of Ji-young from Bubblegum. So you're basically basically anyone that sounds like that, I'm just won over by their voice immediately. So this was so easy. Like, she's great singer.
Yep.
Next we have Flowsick and Jesse's digital single What?
This
or Cha Cha.
This thumbnail,
so
this screenshot I got.
Yeah. So we talked about All I Need last month. This is what I expected from them. All I Need was not what I expected from them, and I liked it. This is what I expected from them, and I also liked it. Flowsick needs to put out more music. His voice is so good. It's so weird, cool sounding. But he doesn't put out enough. But yeah, this was great. It's exactly what you'd expect from Flowsick and Jesse, just straight up like trap, like
it's super. Yeah, it's
hip hop.
It's extra. It's so extra,
exactly.
But it's actually good.
Yeah.
Which is a rarity, because usually sometimes when I say it's super extra, it's usually bad. But yeah, it's very equal opportunity. There's like scantily clad guys, there's scantily clad girls. It's really funny. Like, I don't like it. It's almost like a comedy, like
they're
music video. It's
definitely like
fun.
Partially parody. Because they know how ridiculous hip hop music videos usually are.
That's kind of what makes it good. Is like they're fully aware of the flamboyancy of what they're doing.
Yeah,
so like it's cool.
I mean, the song's called Wet, for God's sake.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're able to be self-aware about it, because like there's just too much like braggadocio style like hip hop that's just too like on the nose. Whereas this is you can appreciate like that's like Supreme Money Guns, and like they're running around a hotel or something like that. That must have been a fun ass music video to film. They're just literally fucking around in a hotel.
Yeah. It was a good one. Anything else, Jacob?
No, I'm just watching the music video again, and like there's the part where like Flowsick's just in the gym watching all the girls run on the treadmill. Like there's all these like ridiculous parts.
He's like the Magic the Gathering guy that's like just like this next to butt cracks or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was Flowsick does a line from like a famous line from a like pop song, like an American pop song. I can't remember what it was. Near the end, but I don't know.
I don't recall.
Next is Pungdengi's digital single Caramel Macchiato. So it's just like fun pop rock that Andrew found and wanted to talk about.
The reason why I brought them up is they have an interesting concept in that there's a 3-member group. All 3 members are from different regions of Korea, and in their songs, they sing in their native dialects, which is very fascinating, because I feel like most people, most K-pop fans don't even know that there's different dialects in Korea, or like there's
everybody does Seoul dialect.
Yeah, basically. I mean, Japan's the same sort of way, where basically if you're learning, you learn like Tokyo dialect, where there's a difference between people like Sana and Momo, who use a different dialect because they're from southern Japan. So it's kind of almost like a parody song, but I feel like they're very lighthearted about it, and considering they're singing in 3 different sort of, I forget the official name of, or what they call dialects in Korean, but yeah, it's very fascinating. It's like I don't think I've ever heard music from them before, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep out for them, because it's such a cool idea. Imagine them doing something like this in like America. Like you get a guy with like, I don't know, like a New York accent, a Boston accent, and a freaking Southern accent,
like
and they
super
all
Southern.
and they all like
get
singing
a
like
Valley girl.
Yeah, and they all sing in like the sort of like vernacular and language that they use in their respective areas. Like that's how cool like the concept of something like that would be.
Yep.
I thought it was interesting. Like it was what it reminded me most of was like something like Crayon Pop or like Orange Caramel, but
Yeah,
like
basically.
in a different genre, I guess.
Yeah, with like some pop rocky, like a more rock version of.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I liked it. It was really fun. But yeah, I see that comparison to like it was just a fun, wacky song.
Yeah.
Next, we to rant. Sorry, Winner fans.
Lame.
We have Winner's full-length album Every Day with the title track of the same name. And for me, it's a super generic song, way too much auto-tune, and a really tacky music video where it's just like, let's have random white and black girls in the music video. And
as female
just
decoration, basically.
Yeah, basically, like, it was like straight up, let's do what every American rapper does. And like this is actually perfect to come like right after Flowsick and Jesse, where it was clear that they were doing it to poke fun because they had both guys and girls.
Yeah, this is being like, serious about it.
This is being serious. We're like, yeah, let's just have a bunch of girls in swimsuits and then do a really cheesy auto-tuned hip-hop song that's not very good.
Yeah, like the auto-tune like literally made like I want my ears to bleed and like coagulate like all the blood so that I never have to hear this song ever again. Like I hate it that much, which sucks because I loved really like
I was gonna say it's so depressing to come after
how the mighty
have
fallen, basically like clearly like you're like they were where it was at the high point where of 2017 where they put out like literally the tropical house song of the tropical house songs, and now they come out with this. Like really? Really?
Yeah, that was the biggest disappointment. Is like I was actually excited for their next release, and yeah, it's
garbage.
It's garbage.
And no, let's put this in perspective. I like iKON's newest comeback way more than this song, and we're not the biggest iKON fans out there either. So that's saying something. That's really saying something about how bad this is.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't spend any more unless Jacob wants to rant on it too.
Basically, what I was going to say is this song sucks. This is not what I listen to K-pop for.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is we're nominating this for a Warrior Award. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate it that much.
The winner is the winner of the Winner Award.
the salt that I could see coming from this. I'm sorry. I love Winner, but yeah, no, this can't fly. Not acceptable whatsoever.
Yeah. Next, we have a very, very good song.
Yeah, thank God.
Yes, fantastic.
10 from NCTU, doing another station song called New Heroes. And he just needs to get a solo album at this point.
Like
everything they put out is so good for him. Like, music videos are really, like, beautiful and, like, really well shot. And the music's just so good. Where's the
Andrew,
album?
do you know who produced this?
I didn't check actually, but
because I'm curious if it's the same one who did "Dreaming a Dream" with him.
Maybe it's feature based. They definitely know their like niche like hip hop or EDM element or electronic music elements. So I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, it was very well. I get my point with this is my point is with any good like English song is that you put this on the radio in America, nobody would notice. Nobody would notice that it's done by somebody like a Korean company or a Thai artist in a way. So
my favorite thing is that it's like taking elements of like alternative and like smashing it into like EDM basically. Like it's crazy. Like it sounds like, to me it sounds like a Bastille song, but like with like crazy like electronic instrumentals.
Yeah, because it's just like I feel like it's like it has like horns that you'd hear like all these like indie tracks, all that sort of stuff, and it has a drop and all. It like again, it's very unique. Like you're not hearing this in K-pop at all, and I love that. I feel like 10 is the best vessel of song like styles of music that we haven't listened to or heard in K-pop before. But like his delivery of this, I don't think it would work as well if it was anyone but 10. Like it's just a credit to how good of a performer he is. Just like everything visually, like we've talked about, like the weird, like he makes the weird curtain thing look really cool or whatever. I don't know, but like it's so like artistic, like and so deep. Oh my god.
Yep, it's very much following the steps of what Taemin does.
Like he really is this generation's Taemin.
Yep. I cannot find out who produced it. I googled and searched everywhere. I have no idea.
That's weird.
There were no articles that mentioned the producer.
If you know who produced New Heroes by 10, please leave it in the comments.
Yes.
And yeah, so can't figure that one out. Moving on, we have Great Guys, digital single Ganda, which apparently means beautiful in Tagalog.
Like,
I love their name.
I don't. Like, I mean, yeah, Great Guys. They're called Great Guys.
Yeah, Great Guys. No space too. There's no space in it. It's the one word. Great Guys.
Apparently, Ganda means something different in Korean. I don't know what it is, but all the comments are like Filipinos flipping out. It's like, oh my god, I thought they were speaking Tagalog or whatever. Like, or they thought, yeah, Ganda. You say Ganda when you're like talking about someone that's a pretty or whatever, like a girl or whatever. You say it. Oh my Ganda. Okay. Like, yeah, that sort of thing. So that's all I want to say about the song. Otherwise, it's just meh.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Next we have UNB, and I'm always gonna call them UNB. It's UNB from the unit. Their debut mini album Boyhood with the title track Kamgak or Feeling.
Feeling, yeah.
Kamgak.
This I'm really excited because like this song, it was really good. The music video is really good. They have like narration at the beginning, which I thought was great. They cut in the middle of it for the music video, which I thought was really good. I like when songs cut out for a music video and then come back. And this is making me really excited for Unity because this means that like they're actually, yeah, exactly. They're putting real. This isn't. This is not
Mix 9
IOI or well, it's not Mix 9, but even it's not even like IOI or
where they give them Dream
101 or yeah, where they give them Dream Girls or 101 where they get what was the bad song? I can't remember.
I'm just glad that
Energetic
actually
was great, but after that,
this is basically like this is UNB's. Like, this is their Energetic, basically. Like, this song is, like, they're punching everyone in the mouth, like, right there. Like, we're here. Like, what a great way to debut, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad they're handling this group really well because so far it seems like, you know, they're getting good music videos. And I think I saw some of the members on some variety show. I don't remember where it was, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's making me really excited for Unity this month.
Have you heard of have you heard of the company that's doing this?
I'm not actually.
Interpark?
Yeah.
I've never heard of them.
I have. I'm trying to, but it might only be because they
one group they have.
Well, no, because of the unit. Like,
okay, yeah,
it might be because of that.
Seems like
so.
They have...
So Unity will be also under Interpark Music, or I'm guessing they'll just put both groups under the same label.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it's weird. I'm looking on their YouTube channel.
Yeah,
they're like posting Wiki Miki music videos and Snooper, and let's see what else.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's like a Genie
Astro.
Or like it's like one of those channels where they post just other companies. It's like put their music videos on their channel.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. I looked at their what's even weirder is their Wikipedia page says their South Korean online auction and shopping mall.
What?
Okay,
so it might be
it looks like
it might be a conglomerate sort of thing.
They entered the music industry in 2014, so yeah, they must have like a music branch. But yeah, I just because on their music video they have like unit or the unit videos, like performances and stuff, so that's why I know them, because that's where the music videos were posted for the two groups that won the 4th round or whatever.
I kind of want to watch the unit after seeing this.
You should. The unit's so good.
I from what I saw, I really like the format and what they did with it.
Yeah, I mean they basically they took Produce 101's format and improved upon it, basically, in my opinion.
The one thing I'm worried about with this in regards to this music video is they might get flack for towards the end of the music video they have like something with like, I don't know exactly what the color effect is, but they sort of like, you know, where everything looks pink or whatever, but like they're just like color shifting or whatever. It's kind of similar. They do it in like a field, and it's kind of similar to the Elevator music video. So I feel like everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, they're copying Stray Kids.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. It's fine.
I feel like both groups aren't big enough to where it would be that big of a deal.
But yeah,
I mean they're both going to be fairly big groups, but it's not like where EXO and BTS fans start fighting.
I have high hopes for them though. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I do too. I just hope, because I feel like during the unit, the guy songs were like significantly higher quality than the girl songs. So I hope that doesn't translate over to the groups. And that Unity gets a solid track.
I just hope that Unity doesn't get IOI'd where like Dreamgirls and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Kind of generic.
I think
they stumble out of the gate.
Well, I don't think they're gonna go Dreamgirls because other than Hyunju, like most of them are older.
Yeah.
They're all like from girl groups that were like Gen 3. Hyunju's like the only really young one on the group. So I think they'll do a somewhat more mature, or at least like an innocent type song. I don't think they're gonna go straight up like cutesy. Next we have Cooper's favorite group, Girlkind, with their mixtape Broccoli. So yeah, you said why, and Andrew said bad, but reading the comments of YouTube I understand. Apparently, this is a joke song about their diet. This is 100% not serious at all.
I don't have a. Go ahead.
Good.
No, you go ahead. You understand it's not serious.
Yeah, and I just like you could kind of tell from the music video. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Like, but yeah, it's not a great song. But at least it's not serious.
I have no qualms with the music video. I have qualms with their social media because apparently, because they kind of got flack for like doing like braided hair or whatever, and apparently they posted something about that and like posted pictures of Rihanna and like I don't know other like black like artists that have like braided hair, and it's like, where's the art? And it got deleted. I'm just like, whoa, what the hell are you guys trying to say right there? I don't know, like, it kind of blew up like that, which is why I guess they got a bad reception. And I feel like the first song wasn't so bad, so to follow it up with a joke song kind of makes me think, like, what are you doing with them? So, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was not great. I didn't know about any of the controversy or anything, but the song was just kind of weird. But clearly it wasn't serious, so that's good. If it was serious, that would be really bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Because it is not a very good song, and the music video is completely ridiculous. Next, we have Hunky from FT Island and Hosung from Flying.
Huesung.
Can't tell.
Huesung? Yeah, Huesung. I was gonna say, I need to see the Korean because it's actually written out in.
That threw me for a loop. Yeah, but it's Huesung. That's why some people like spell it with some people spell it with a W. But
yeah, which is what made it more sense. But if I saw the kanji, if I saw the hangul,
Huesung.
Yeah, that's Huesung. From N Flying with their FNC Lab project single, so I assume that's like a FNC station type thing.
Yeah.
Still love you. Hunky's voice is always. It will always be amazing.
Huesung's voice? You kidding me? Like,
yeah,
this guy.
They're both great. Yeah.
He got eliminated in like the middle of like freaking Produce 101. Like, no, I did not see this coming out of him. Like the high notes that he's able to hit. Like this is a perfect like pairing for together. Like so good. Like props to FNC for putting this together because that's such a good idea. I actually want more. I'd love an entire like duet album from them. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it was very good. One of the few ballads we put on here.
Yep.
Next, we have Wiki Miki from Sugarman episode 12. They did One More Time, which is a jewelry song.
Not the cover of the.
It is
not the cover of the Daft Punk song, or the cover of the Twice song.
Yes, this is a cover of the Jewelry song, which is classic K-pop. If you don't know it, I'm sure Jacob does. Andrew, I don't know if you know it, but it's very much a classic K-pop song, girl group song, from the early or the late 2000s. And I think this is a really awesome remix of it. It's like more EDM, where the original is kind of like. I don't even know how to describe the original.
I'm gonna go listen to it right now. But
yeah, go listen to it.
Keep going.
This is like a more EDM version of it. The performance is great. It's Wiki Miki. They're doing. They just did a really good job with it. So I wanted to call it out. Obviously, IOI bias. IOI.
Yep.
Second year anniversary of their debut yesterday.
Kind of on the topic of kind of on the topic of one-hit wonders. That's a great topic.
Well, jewelry is not a one-hit wonder.
But I mean,
No, they stayed around for way too long.
That was the only problem. Yeah.
Well, no, but I
Jewelry
mean,
was
like,
around.
because like Sugar Man's usually like one-hit wonders.
Oh yeah,
It'll be
usually it
interesting.
is. Yeah.
We should have an entire topic dedicated to predicting who will end up being a one-hit wonder.
Oh god, that would make so many people salty. But yeah, this is a great cover. Definitely check it out. Moving on to Big Marvel, his debut digital single "Call Me Boss."
For those that don't know, this is the guy that does girl or K-pop covers with a rubber chicken.
Wait, that's this guy?
Yes, you didn't know?
Oh my god!
I literally put.
I didn't know what you meant by
Andrew
that.
put that in. His
I literally
notes.
like. How can I not be more clear? Like chicken.
This is the chicken guy. Rubber
I thought
chicken
maybe
meme
he
guy.
was like he'd had a music video with that or something. I don't know. I was just
No. This
Oh,
is the
God.
guy, and that guy has a unique and amazing talent
Call
to
me
manipulate a
boss.
rubber chicken.
And his voice is like, yeah, it's very.
The song is so
like he's taking the piss out of this. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
The funny thing is like the beat is so good. Like it's incredible. Like
meh.
he has like legit production skills. So yeah, I'll actually be looking forward to the next Big Marvel song. Seriously, if anyone hasn't like heard of Big Marvel, just like go look up Big Marvel, like anything, like the Blackpink one especially, of like, God, what did they do? As If It's Your Last. Oh my god, because there's
Rubber
like
chicken.
yeah, there's like choreography in the background and everything, and he's just in the middle like squeezing the rubber chicken.
yeah. He's
National
it's
treasure.
crazy to me that anyone can manipulate a rubber chicken like that.
Anyways, as for the song, I'm like, it's not my thing. But one thing I did notice is we covered Rain Girl by EXID, and it sounds like exactly the same.
Yeah, it's the
as
same
this.
type of house music. It's great. I love the sound. I love the sound. Like,
I don't like the whole like just talking.
Yeah.
Like he's literally just talking. I can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah. It was I didn't have anything to say about it. Next we have Eric Nam's mini album Honestly, with the song Potion featuring Woody Gochild.
So yeah, I actually really like this song a lot. It's a pretty good, just like standard like pop song, but one thing I really liked was the like cinematography and stuff like that in the music video. That goes for the next one that we'll cover as well. It was really, really cool. It had sort of like a, like Latin vibe for obvious reasons if you watch it. And yeah, so Andrew, you said you bought tickets for Eric Nam?
Yep, we're seeing Eric Nam.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
looking forward to
seeing this
that.
live.
All right, so yeah.
Next we have BTS and Latte's Duty Free, with a
so
commercial
weird.
single You're So Beautiful. And why do I need to go to commercial singles to get my hype AF BTS? Because like, I want albums of this. Like, why did they stop doing that? And now I have to watch a latte commercial.
Yeah, because literally the song is like, "Oh, latte duty free." Like it's just like
they just
like, sort of
straight
thing.
up say it.
Like the last thing you'd expect for like a very like high or a very like notable cosmetics like. They're mostly known for like selling all of their beauty sort of stuff.
They're known for Pepero.
It's just what it reminds me of.
Well,
it reminds me of when Doki did that PlayStation CF.
Yeah.
Only on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah, no, that was repetitive though. This is at least like an okay song.
Yeah. I'd want to see this live.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll perform it at Latte World. So.
Imagine because you know how like the BTS's world tour like ticket. Imagine like the entire world tour was just them performing this song and then leaving. Imagine how much salt would be generated.
How confused it would be. Okay, let's move on to Wheein, not the Lovelies member. Digital single Cry.
This was produced by, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Zero Channel? What's Zero in Korean?
I don't
Zeto. I think it's
No,
just
So
Zeto.
it's like a
Right?
Zero Channel from
There is a
that's
Korean
Japanese.
word.
That's
I'll
Japanese.
say.
Hold on.
there is a when you Google it says Jero, but there is an actual.
Jero.
No, there is an actual.
Hold on, I'm jumping too hot to study Korean.com.
I know.
Yeah, but anyway, this was produced by Zero Channel from Off on Off, so another Off on Off. And you can tell. You can tell by like
Kong and Young.
Yeah.
So, Kong Channel or Young Channel.
Yeah, but you can definitely tell the production value that they put into this.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Great voice. Love the really weird-ish lo-fi piano sort of like thing. Love the vocal chopping. Love like adjusting it. Like basically, this hits. I mean, this hits every note that I want out of like chill lo-fi music. And I mean, obviously, being from a member of Off and Off, it's no wonder.
I like the music video. Like,
it's so
really
good, right?
Interesting. Like the part where she's like standing by the lake, just moving really slowly,
like
and
Drax.
the shot's like not moving at all. Everything is just unnaturally still as she's moving like that.
Like Drax.
It was, yeah, exactly. Spoilers.
Drax doesn't move.
But yeah, she I looked up some of her older music and it didn't really sound like this, so I guess it didn't really appeal. But this, I'd love it. I'd like to see her take this direction more often, or in the future, because I like how this came out. So yeah, I hope she works with Zero Channel again.
Yep. Next we have Ju Young's mini album Fountain with the title track Daydream.
Like I feel like this is it's not really the title, or I think it's another B-side that he just gave a music video to.
Oh, is it a B-side? Okay.
Yeah.
Reddit's lying to us all day today.
No, that's me. Ju Young.
Oh, you lied to me.
Because they don't add music videos for like B-sides on the list, so I had to add this. But I right now, like I'm in love with the entire mini album that Ju Young's put out. I really haven't heard of him because I'm guessing because he was in the military for the past like couple of years and only recently came back. But yeah, again, it just ticks every box that I want for like sort of like really good R&B sort of songs. It's I think like the music video kind of connects to the previous one, Dive. Like it's just like the same couple from that music video. So yeah, I love the vibe of his music.
Next we have Carla's digital single I Don't Need You, and I loved her voice.
Yeah,
she has such a good voice.
Yeah, I had to dig this one out too. Yeah, like again, just good R&B. Okay, so looking into like her history, she was formerly or she was supposed to debut in a group called Wannabe, but left before debut. She was in a duo, or like a two-person duo named Moxie that only released like one song, and her real name is Sebum. And yeah, like her previous music is kind of nothing like this, and I think she kind of found a niche, and I don't know how popular she is. I don't know how like the music's gonna go forward, but yeah, I think this was well done.
Yeah, I definitely listen to more music like this by her, if they put out more.
I don't know where she gets Carla from though, because Sebum, Carla, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's just a stage name. It's a stage name that I haven't heard used before and is easy to pronounce for Koreans, so makes sense. Next we have another Eric Nam song from Honestly. This is the actual title track, Honestly.
Yep.
Ellipses. So yeah, you guys want to talk about this?
I think this one's even better than the other one that I marked down. This honestly is probably one of my favorite like Eric Nam songs.
Honestly,
yes, honestly.
He said it. He said the name of the song.
He said the thing.
But yeah, I thought this turned out really, really well, and I think it's more like reminiscent of like the style they had during like Cave Me In with Gallant and stuff like that. So yeah.
I think it.
Well, obviously more poppy, but still.
I mean, he's definitely dipping his toe into trop house a bit. So I like the direction. It works well with him, and like as someone who's been into Eric Nam way before that KVN came out, this is easily his best song. Easily, like the production value on this was so high. It's kind of a shame we didn't get to review his album because I want to go back and listen to it. But I'm just glad that he's doing well because. He kind of got into like a bit of like Twitter like drama last year where he basically just like he was kind of mad at CJ for like they didn't give him creative control or something like that, or like I don't know, like but it seems like they let him get a lot of control on this because Like, it definitely sounds like something that Eric Nam would put out. And also, we saw the like, this song was kind of like previewed in NBC's Olympics coverage, where they were talking about K-pop, and they wanted to like sort of get the perspective of somebody that was in the industry. So they talked to Eric Nam, and he actually gives him a snippet of this song, like how they translate it from like how they translate his lyrics that he writes in English into Korean and all that sort of stuff. And also the choreography was done in collaboration with 1 Million. Like, there's a cool video of him doing the choreography while like live singing the song like in the 1 Million like dance studio. So yeah, he definitely puts a lot of effort into like this work, and it's definitely paying off. I can't wait to see this song live. Like, so bad.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Another thing is I really like the music video. It's like filmed in like either in like it's definitely like South America or Mexico or something like that,
or like maybe like South, like some place with like a heavy like
I could see
Latin,
I guess
like,
maybe I could see it being in Spain, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because like
they don't wear cowboy hats in Spain, I think.
Yeah, that, and they're also like riding in a pickup truck and hot air balloons and stuff like that.
It's definitely in like the Southwest kind of area.
Yeah.
Yep. Next we have Reddy's full-length album Telescope with the title track Peach featuring Saran.
Saran's voice sounds very unique on this. When I saw a Saran feature at first, I was kind of shocked with how it came out, but it's great. She has great vocal range, and just to talk about Reddy, like, I think this song was done very well. But most of the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because Yoo Jung Lee from 1 Million is in it, so, and she's adorable. So she's basically she's dancing like Kang Mina, basically.
Oh yeah. Next we have Super Junior's repackage replay with the title track Lo Siento featuring Leslie Grace. The song is really cool. It's a really cool feature because almost never do you get female feature on a male group song where they actually partake in the choreo. She sings the entire chorus plus a verse.
Hook. Yeah,
she's the hook, and it's all in Spanish, or I assume not Portuguese.
No, she's American. Like she grew up here. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, but yeah, it's not in Korean at all. It was just a really cool idea, and then for the live version, we got Somin Jiwoo from Card doing it, a Korean version, and they were amazing. So yeah, everything about the song is awesome.
I was really actually pleased with this song. I like seeing Super Junior like come back to sort of the like Latin vibe after like Mamacito, which is a little more like parody-ish, but I thought this was really cool, really legit, and I was really happy to see that it was doing really well in like Spanish-speaking countries and whatnot.
Yeah, it charted. So, I believe it's the first like K-pop song that's ever charted on like a top or a Billboard Latin chart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then also I was really glad to see that Card was like on there. I was like, I never would have expected them to be on an SM track. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yep. I mean, for as much as we love the Card aspect of this, I don't think we should downplay Leslie Grace's participation.
Oh no, she was amazing.
It's incredible. Like, I'm just surprised it took this long for them to with how obsessed K-pop has been with like the sort of Latin vibe with Tropical House and that sort of stuff. I'm surprised it took this long for them to collaborate with a Latin artist, and it came out perfectly, like so perfect. Like, I don't think anyone would have ever been able to like pull it off as well as they did.
Well, for me, actually, I'm more surprised that Super Junior specifically hasn't collaborated with a Latin artist yet, because Super Junior is absolutely like huge in countries like, like Argentina and like Peru and like places like that.
They performed this live there, and they just went bonkers, basically, because the song hadn't released yet. So it's just so cool. So, for those that don't know much about Leslie Grace, as I guess most of us did, I had to look up information on her. She's Bronx born, but grew up in South Florida. She's a Latin singer. I believe her, her background's, I believe, like Dominican or whatever, because a lot of the music that she does is bachata and like reggaeton, like that sort of thing. So yeah, stuff that fits very well into K-pop nowadays. So it's so cool that like she collaborate. They didn't half-ass it whatsoever. Like, they could have just basically got her to do like a verse or something like that. But she's in the hook. She wrote the lyrics. Like, she does like an entire there's it definitely feels like an actual collaboration. Like, there's a lot of thought put into this, and God, the production team behind this is just incredible. You got Daniel Obi Klein, you got Charlie Taft, you got Andreas Oberg, you got Kenzie doing the lyrics, you got Heechul doing the lyrics, you got Leslie Grace doing the lyrics. Like, they put they put their best people on this song, and it might be one of the best songs of the year. Like, I'm saying that right now. Like, both versions.
I definitely agree, actually.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing. There could have been so many things that could have gone wrong with this, and none of it did.
And we get to see it live.
And we get to see it live.
Yes, we do.
I hope Leslie Grace shows up. I really hope she does.
That would be really cool. If
crazy things have happened.
Yeah,
GD had freaking Missy Elliott.
Yeah, exactly. And if she doesn't, we probably get to see Wendy or one of Red Velvet do it. So that'll also be great. Since Card's not going, unfortunately. Next, we have Drunken Tiger's pre-release single Yet.
Yes.
Pre-release single. That means there's more. Which means hopefully an MFPTY album. And if not,
hope so.
At least there's a Drunken Tiger album.
Which is basically an MFPTY album.
Yeah, because both Busy and Yumi Ray will be on that album a lot.
Oh, man.
But yeah, this song is just so good. And if you don't know who Drunken Tiger is, you should.
Stop.
He was
Stop being bad.
Basically the father of Korean hip hop, and one of them at least. He's very old school, and he is so good.
Like, there's going in, and there's going in. Like, this is like on a completely different level of like I guess existence, where like the instrumentals great, rapping great, like. The visuals of it, he's like freaking like doing like, I don't know, he's like floating like, I don't know, like freaking
at the beginning
Zenyatta or whatever.
That's exactly. He's sitting cross-legged floating.
Yeah, that's a thumbnail I picked up, but I'm just like, again, this is a huge gap. Like, anything from Drunken Tiger or Tiger JK is a huge gap in my thing, and I regret not listening to it before this, because holy shit,
MFBTY, man.
I know I will get to it. That'll be my retro review one day.
Yeah, it's just so good, and I'm glad that he still has it.
Yep.
Which we've known he features a lot, but he hasn't put out an actual song in a long time.
Yeah. I seriously, I smell an MFBTY album.
Yeah, there has to be. Like,
and
Yumi Ray's really put out 2 new songs this year already.
Yep. We'll get to them.
And we already had one.
We had one from Busy as well.
And Busy's put out 1 or 2 songs, so like.
Yep.
It's got to be happening soon. Plus,
also,
they were
did you notice in the music video, there's an MFBTY Wonderland poster on the wall.
There? Nice.
Yeah.
Plus, they were Tiger JK and Busy were on Show Me the Money 6 or whatever.
Yep.
So yeah. And finally, for this topic, we have Say Sue Me, full-length album Where We Were Together.
Awesome.
The title track Old Town.
Great. They were they played at South by Southwest, which is, I guess, like how they had a Pitchfork review, which is, I guess, like how I sort of became aware of their existence. Songs entirely in English. They're like a quartet with a female singer. Great. I like most of the stuff I'm looking for in the non K-pop releases is R&B songs, indie songs, and like indie like rock like this. And this is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. So I'm glad Andrew actually added that, because I probably wouldn't have found it, considering this video only has like 200 views for the actual song. But yeah, like I love like indie stuff like this. Like before I was into K-pop, like this is the sort of like music I'd listen to all the time. It's like indie alternative, and then also some rock music. So yeah, I'm always welcome to see this, especially from Korean bands.
Yep. Moving on to topic 4, which is releases part 2 for April.
Part 2.
Starting out, we have Soma, who was formerly Kizi or Daesum of Tahiti.
Why does she have so many names?
Well, Daesum is her real name. Kizi was her stage name.
Awesome.
Because I was looking up, it just said Daesum of Tahiti, and then I looked at their Wikipedia page, and no one named Daesum was on Tahiti, and I was confused. Daesum, yeah. And then I found out her stage name was Kizi.
God, like Kizi is kind of a bad name, like a really bad name. So anyway,
but yeah, so she's going by Soma now. In her
which I did not know that was her, because I've actually been listening to Soma like lately.
Oh really?
And then, her past 2 like mini albums were really good.
Okay. So this is a single, Spring Breeze. The song's called Spring, but
yeah, or no, it's a medley of all of the tracks on her song, which is why it changes. It changes like periodically.
Yeah, I was wondering why that happened.
The one I liked in particular was called Almond Blossom, like again future bass, lo-fi sort of thing. So yeah, her great voice. I wonder why. I wonder why she left Tahiti.
This was a long time ago. Like Tahiti's had a bunch of members.
I guess, but.
Changes.
I'm glad she's gone in this direction because like her like music is very like
different. I guess.
I think it's really cool. Like it's very like I guess indie, like lo-fi I guess kind of, and that's cool.
Yeah, she was part of Tahiti for less than a year.
Wow.
Because it was a 6-member group to start, and 3 of them left within like a year.
Whoa.
Tahiti's had a lot of lineup changes.
It's like EXID.
Yeah. Which is why we haven't heard anything about them in a long time.
I definitely prefer this music from her. I wouldn't imagine her in Tahiti now, maybe.
Yeah.
Next, we have Yesa, digital single Night Night, which is another really awesome, like, minimalist song that I liked a lot.
Loved her station single, so yeah, I had to follow it up with this one. Again, just... everything that she's been releasing has just resonated with me again. It's another very similar like lo-fi sort of R&B type of song. So yeah.
Yep.
I feel like we have to make like a playlist just dedicated to like lo-fi R&B.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Korean songs.
Yeah, give me the Korean lo-fi stuff. I'm all about that. Like I don't mind normal R&B, but I really like the like lo-fi minimalist.
No,
stuff.
we have to make the lo-fi, like we have to make one for Korean like music, because you know how like they make like lo-fi like anime like music with like some like it's some type of like friggin' like 90s anime like playing in the background or whatever. It's like some girl like doing homework or whatever of like those live videos on or like those 24-hour channels on YouTube.
Chill lo-fi beats to study and work to or whatever.
We have to make that. We have to make that for Korean music basically.
I don't know if it's like that for you, but like I just clicked on the music video and it said the channel was terminated due to copyright infringement.
Because there was no music video for it. That's why. So
it was just someone uploaded. There's a SoundCloud link in the Reddit post.
Okay.
Next we have Trophy Cat and Edward Avila. I don't know, Avila, with the digital single Beauty.
Whoa boy. We have a lot to talk about with this. So, for those that don't know,
Andrew has a lot to talk about.
Edward Avila. I think it's Avila. I honestly don't know. I'm sorry, Edward, if you're watching this. I doubt it. But he's not Korean, I believe. He is a very popular like K-beauty like YouTuber. He was at KCON last year, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, I recognize the name. I just don't know anything.
So
about
again, I believe we covered it before, but he's friends with some artist named Trophy Cat, which is why he ends up in a bunch of the music videos where they do collaborative music. Okay, this song isn't bad, but the music video is very sus because it's very reminiscent to a song by Perfume, a J-pop group, and the song the music video I'm specifically talking about is Spending All My Time, where a lot of the choreography they do like stuff where they close up on like the sleeve pulling up, or like they do like basically all this hand choreography with like cut in visuals. And I mean, like obviously I'm not saying that like Perfume owns that sort of aesthetic, but it is very suspect that it's just too similar for him not to have noticed, especially because he's aware of Perfume, because there's a vlog on his channel where he went to a Perfume concert, and there was apparently, according to somebody on Reddit, there was a deleted music video of him doing a dance cover to Spending All My Time. So again, I'm not trying to like start shit or whatever, but I think he's definitely aware of where he's sort of pulling the visual influence of his music from, or this video from.
Yeah, I just watched the Perfume one and then this again. It's very clear that they're like, sure, like we said, it's like it's not pitchforks and torches every time someone copies a style. It's very clear the correlation between the two, especially if there was a cover of the song by him and he's been to Perfume concerts.
Yeah, and please don't come after us. I swear, like he has a huge fan base, but I'm just pointing out the facts here. Don't shoot the messenger.
Next we have Amber from FX, her mixtape Rogue Rouge with the song Closed Doors.
Is it really Rogue Rouge? I thought it was Rogue this entire time.
No, it's Rogue Rouge.
Oh, I can't. It's like me with friggin' Scientist and Scientist again. I can't read.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what did you think of these? What did you guys think of this?
Okay, so yeah, she put out music videos all month for all the songs on the album. To me, it's very similar to the stuff she's put out before on her own for singles. It's like very, very similar. All the songs are very similar style. And singing, I like the way she sings in these songs. But it is like getting into that like Jessica territory where it's very, very similar. Mm-hmm. There wasn't really enough variation for me to comment on all of them. Yeah, and then like I don't know what Andrew hasn't marked down his rant, so I don't know what he's gonna rant about, but I know a lot of people are complaining about how basic like her lyrical like the lyrics are for the songs and stuff like that, man. Which I can kind of agree with. So yeah, I don't mind it. If I like, yeah, it was okay, but it didn't blow me away or anything.
So for me, I thought this song specifically stood out versus other ones in my opinion. I liked it was sort of like almost like 90s, early 2000s like R&B sort of style. But yeah, I can sort of see where they're coming from with the lyrics side, but I think this would have been okay if we had like a Korean version or something like that.
I don't think she's gonna do Korean versions on her own.
No, me neither.
Well, yeah, that's what I think.
No, I mean if SM actually like paid attention to the members of FX is what I mean.
I think like if there was some production value and some people helping her with these, they'd be amazing. But that's also completely against like what she's trying to do here. Is she wants to do her own thing, so she wants to be independent. But yeah, it's not good enough to stand out in my opinion.
Yeah.
Basically, what I wanted to rant about this was, like, again, like, don't like, if you're watching this and are about to, like, go angry on your keyboard, like, don't get us wrong, like, we love Amber. Like, Amber's my favorite. I'd say Amber's my favorite singer on FX. We just sing a lot because she barely sings, but I love her voice. We love FX. We love Amber. But, yeah, I don't want to say there's nothing original about this, but it really doesn't feel original. Like, it's just, maybe it's just because I'm so, like, averse to this style of American music at this point that it's just kind of like white noise to me. Yeah. Especially, and, like, the lyrics the lyrics do not help. Like, the lyrics really do not help.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, I think it would be interesting to see how this is received if it was in Korean, because like a lot of people, including me, listen to Korean music because the lyrics for pop music's so bad, and I can't understand everything they're saying in Korean. I can understand some of it because I live there, but for the most part, I'm not understanding how corny and cheesy the lyrics are, even though they are. So if this was in Korean, that wouldn't be a problem. And it would still sound generic, but I think it would be much more well received by most people. Because I think that's probably the biggest problem most people have, is the fact that the lyrics are very, very generic.
And I mean, like, again, I applaud, I'm glad Amber's like, you know what, SM, I don't have to do it with you, I can do it on my own, because, yeah, I mean...
Well, yeah, it's amazing the fact that they made music videos for every single song on the thing.
Yeah, it's
on the mixtape.
But, I mean, okay, I will be very lenient in that it's a first effort, and I will acknowledge that, but... I really don't mean this in a mean way, but she needs a new producer. She needs a new producer, like somebody that's like I forget the name of this guy, but he featured on one of the songs before. But oh man, like I don't like his production style, and the way it's mixed is very amateurish. And again, I don't mean to like sling shit at people that probably know more than me, but yeah, it's just. It's a mixtape. You can tell it's a mixtape, and I mean, sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes that's a bad thing, and that would be okay if that just like stayed in the music. But I feel like there's like, I feel like the genericness and like the sort of low production value sort of leaks into the music videos as well.
To YouTube, not enough like I don't know, like TV, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, again, with the music videos, oh man, it just went through like every kind of trope that EDM and like pop music videos go through. Like if you look through, I look through all the music videos. It's like one, she's like, oh, she's skateboarding. Oh, she has like the colored flare, or like the colored smoke bombs or whatever, like smoke grenades. And I'm just like, oh my, do we really need
that? One's definitely a trope.
Oh
yeah. I didn't.
I feel like
that.
I feel like the visual element of songs is supposed to help, but I feel like in this case it's a detriment because it reaffirms that like in my mind I'm just like, oh, I've seen this before. And I mean, like, I love Amber, but like I don't need to see this from you. I want to see something like, if you're gonna do American music, do it like, put your own like spin on it. And I have confidence that she can do it. I have confidence that she's able to do it. It's just I would like to see her work with I guess better production team. I honestly don't know who she could work with, like, that maybe you could produce it, but like, yeah, I just, yeah, the production really brought it down for me, and I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I wanted to like this. I wanted to like this so bad, but yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. Moving on to the Rose's new mini album Void with the title track Baby. In my opinion, they're still killing it. Rose has put out great music constantly.
By the time this comes out, I'm pretty sure I see them. By the time this comes out, I'm seeing them the week after.
Oh, I forgot you're seeing them.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Oh, thank God. We had great drums, great bass part. That's literally all I need in a song. I'm sorry about the guitar, but like I'm such a sucker for songs that like have really good driving, like drum fills and everything. Like, I really can't wait to see this live. Like the vocals especially, it's so good.
So for me, I really like this song, but I can't help but feel like there's something like lacking, I guess, because like, to put it in context, like lately, like the past like couple weeks, I've been listening to like a ton of like rock music, like classic rock and recent stuff as well. Like, I think either the instrumentals are too quiet or they're just not going hard enough, like on you know, in the instrumental part. In this song specifically, I thought there was no problem on other stuff I listened to, because I do realize they're kind of more like softer rock, but like it felt like the like basically the vocals were too far in front and the instrumentals were taking too much of a backseat. Like usually it's the opposite problem where the instrumentals are too loud and you can't hear the vocals, but like this, like the instrumentals are taking too much of a backseat for me, I think.
Yeah,
I think it just made an interesting use of silence, where basically I feel like I don't know whether it's sort of an artistic decision or maybe it has to do with the lyrics, but I feel like it's kind of stripped back because like there's almost like a pause, or like there's almost like they're using the silence to build up the like when it goes really in the chorus, where like tell me now, like that part.
Well, that's the part I'm talking about. Is it like even when it's like going like in the chorus where it's full on, like I think the instrumentals are still too far like muted, I guess. You know?
Maybe it's the mixing.
Like I want them to be more like front and center. Yeah, it is.
You kind of wanted to. You kind of wanted to go like Foo Fighters, like where it's like really silent, and then bam, like it goes.
Yes,
really,
exactly. Like, well, I mean, again,
man.
to put it into context, Foo Fighters is like one of my favorite bands of all time. So like, that's definitely what I would love. But yeah, I mean, that being said, I really like the Rose, so I do expect a lot from them.
Next we have JBJ's deluxe final album New Moon with the title track Call Your Name, and I got a hot take: they put out better music than 101.
That's not hot at all. I'm sorry.
I love
my voice. I love my voice.
General public K-pop, I assume, would think that's a hot take, but people that actually pay attention to music, it's not.
And I mean, like, you can't help but be proud of how far they've come, especially Hyunbin. He wasn't an idol. And like, look how good he's become. Like that's crazy. Like the amount of growth that they've had in the past years, it's nothing short of incredible. And like I know, I really don't want to pick sides, but like it's incredible to see like just how good they are. And it's such a shame that they have to break up. It's such a shame. Like like they were trying to like work out like contracts, because JPJ, for those that don't know, is a special group where much like IBI, it's a bunch of different people from different music companies that became friends on Produce 101, and they're just doing a project group together. They were trying to extend the contract with negotiating with the original companies, but they couldn't work out a deal. Thus, this was the last release that they were ever gonna have, unfortunately. Wow, like it still hasn't hit me that saying that, like I'm saying that because man, like JVJ was so good, like and in a way I'm glad that they're just like it's short but very impactful. I'd rather that than they drag it out and we get bored of them. But like I know like this song itself, if you listen to it, isn't that special, but oh man, like the lyrics and like the meaning that they put behind it, like you can tell that they're really gonna miss this group because like they were really good friends and everything.
Next we have Wheein from Mamamoo, her debut digital single Easy featuring Shike. The album title is Magnolia apparently, but it's a digital single, so
there was no other tracks, were there?
And I don't think there was that's why I'm confused.
Was I missing something?
Whatever. But yeah, this is not what I expected from Wheein at all. But it's really, really good.
Yeah, I'm glad she went with this style, actually.
Yeah, exactly. You think it would be more ballady or like a duet or
because she on other songs that she's featured on, it's mostly like ballads, like the song she did with like Jeff Renat with ballad, like that sort of thing. That seemed to be in her range, but whoa, like blew me away. Yep.
I also another thing, like Andrew may or may not agree with me, but I think the like in the music video is really cool, and I like the like outfits and fashion she's got in this music video.
Oh my god, not even joking. Seeing her outfit with like the red shirt, I bought red track pants because of freaking this music video. I'm not even joking; they're right over there. Like I bought red Kappa like track pants because I love her outfit in this. I love her hair, like with like the sort of like back. Like, oh my god, stop ruining my life like this, Wheein, please. Stop it.
Yep. Yeah, Shike was great. Wasa cameoed, which was hilarious.
We didn't even talk about the twist at the end.
Yeah.
She basically spoilers. She goes like Inspector Gadget.
Spoilers for this music video.
She basically goes Inspector Gadget, like shoots her arm off and like kills Shike. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's not as
it's weird.
It's not as violent as it sounds. It's pretty funny, but still, it's kind of random. But it's definitely memorable, though.
Yep. Next, we have Ted Park's mini album Plugged In with the title track Broke. And all I have to ask is, why is this here?
I put this here because I wanted to rant about it. So, Ted Park is signed to Capitol Records, an American record music label, and is somewhat associated. He's under Hyolyn Music, I believe. He showed up. There was a Hyolyn Music tour last week with like I don't know, like Woogie was there and Ted Park was there as well. Like I mentioned, but like I really don't want to cause like too much of a controversy, but like I don't know how much you guys know, but like Asian Americans get such a bad rap for wanting to act black, and this is like basically reaffirming that stereotype to the 100th degree because it feels so insulting in a way. Like,
this song is just so bad. Like, it's so stereotypical, and I thought it was hilarious. I actually laughed when I saw he walked out with a New York Lottery hat on.
Oh
like,
my
what the hell is that? And
I'm just like, I was saying in the chat, like, how can anyone that show all the girls that show up in the music video, like, how can they make it through his music videos with like a straight face on? Like, it's just like I'd want to bust out laughing. Like, there's another song he put out that's kind of like, it's basically him doing like, I don't know, like Sean Paul impersonation. Like he's up with a bunch of like it looks I don't know if they're Jamaican or whatever, like a bunch of like black like sort of like actors or dancers or whatever, and he has a yellow do-rag on and he's like doing like all this like ghetto stuff. Like, oh no, baby, what is you doing, dude? Like oh god, like
I just love reading the YouTube comments because they're all like, "This is so good."
I'm just like,
"What are you listening to?"
And no, it's just like it's embarrassing. Like it's honestly embarrassing. Like this, like
One thing I will say is I really like the truck in the music video. That's about it.
This is easily going. This is going on a Wario award list, like easily.
Oh yeah, this is
Ted
like,
Park is going on there.
It's 100% on the list.
And I mean, like we haven't even gotten to like the actual lyrics of it. Like it's basically like an elementary school nursery rhyme. Like the hook is, quote, "Last year I was broke, now I'm rich." Like that's the entire song.
Over and over.
Like, I really don't want to shit on anyone like trying to like make money like in the rap game, but I feel like you have to be more respectful than this, because it feels like he's trying to be like he's trying to make like a caricature of a black rapper in a way, just like trying to act so ghetto. And I think he grew up in Korea, moved here to America, and like grew up in like Wisconsin or something, and he's talking about growing up in the projects or whatever. I'm just like oh, like this is not how you do hip hop music. I'm sorry.
It's just imitation. Yeah, like
yeah, exactly.
That's just it's like there's like half of like the Korean rappers are like this, and I'm like I can't deal with you. That's why I always default back to like I usually always default back to like the old school ones, like like Drunken Tiger, MFB2I, Dynamic Duo.
Because this just comes off.
They don't imitate like that,
and not just that. It just comes off as not respecting the craft whatsoever.
Yeah.
Next we have June's digital single Serenade.
Loved it. He's one of the members of Planetarium Records. It's like a collective, a boy group. I don't know exactly what they are, but a lot of their music is like R&B-ish sort of thing. Has tinges of Zico in it, like with a bit more musicality. He filmed the music video in some random parking lot in America. I don't know. Like he's just like in a Jeep buggy thing, and he's just like walking around a parking lot or whatever. But I love the music before. So they like if you love like the chill like Korean style R&B music, definitely go listen to everyone from the Planetarium Records label. They're really good.
Yep. Next we have Hot Felt or Yenny or Yeon from Wonder Girls with the digital single Plum. Well, it's Dine, but I guess Plum is the title track. Or Plume. Just amazing. I love the style, and the subreddit comment that I just read told me why, and I didn't realize it until now, but she's apparently really good friends with Yuna, and this is very similar to Yuna's last album. And so I didn't think about that, or I didn't realize. I was like, this is very familiar and amazing, but it's not what she normally does, and I couldn't figure it out, but that makes a total sense.
The style for me actually kind of reminded me, I don't know if I'm crazy here, but visually, like, it reminded, or how they cut the music video reminded me of Why So Lonely era Wonder Girls, and even like the song kind of sounds like Why So Lonely era Wonder Girls, but yeah, she pulled it off great. And she looks amazing, like as
especially
always.
In that dress.
Oh Lord, yes. Have mercy on my soul.
Also, she pulls off the short hair well. I like.
Yeah, I really like her short hair.
Yeah. Did she ever do short hair? Also, my Wonder Girls
bias. So.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
she either usually had it up, I think, or like.
Yep, Wonder Girls bias, still great.
Yep.
Oh, also just. Great, we have to add this to the lyrics list. Quote, just give me yellow, yellow, I'll give you mellow jello.
Nope. Yeah, I did remember hearing that.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative.
It's fine. Next, we have Hyo, also known
DJ
as Hyo from Girls' Generation, with the digital single Sober, featuring Umit Ozkan?
Never heard of him.
Question mark? I don't know if I pronounced that correct. I was worried when they were like, hey, she's gonna DJ, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but it's really good, and I'm really happy.
So she did like the production and like everything on this?
Yep, that's her. Yep. I even saw like a video of, there's a video of her on SM's channel of her like DJing this live. Yeah,
it turned out really, really nicely.
Yep.
My only thing really is like, wasn't a huge fan of the music video. It was a little too like cliche, but
yeah,
I mean,
it
was fine. It's a really good song though.
Yeah, the night, like the we're driving at night doing random like girl mischief and setting off like flares and that sort of thing. But otherwise, the song's great, and especially suggest people listen to the English version. Like, wow, her English has come so far.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Watch your like introduction from the SM
exactly.
Town 2011 thing in New York.
Her English is way better.
Yeah, and the beat on this goes in. I don't know, or like the guy that featured Ahmet Özkan like has like one line, but he's just okay, I guess, because I got Warfio, which I'm not complaining about. But yeah, again, I feel like this is a song that you could probably take to Ultra Music Festival or something like that.
Definitely. Next, we have Soya and her digital single Oasis from Color Project Volume 2. I've actually listened to Soya for a long time because she featured in a Mighty Mouth song. It's probably my favorite Mighty Mouth song. I thought this was really good. Also, fun fact, she's Kim Jong-kook's niece.
What?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that I remember.
That's
this is now.
okay.
Yeah,
and also it says she was on the unit, and she was formerly of a duo called Soya and Sun.
She was on the unit. She had to drop out really early.
Oh man,
unfortunately, because people were really excited for her. She wasn't really on it, unfortunately. She dropped out in like the second or third episode, I think.
I randomly just found this. I didn't know she was popular or whatever. I think.
Well, she's not like huge. People were excited to see Kim Jong-kook's niece on the unit, and then she had to drop out for some reason. Because people thought she was going to do really well because of that.
And like, I hope you guys agree, but like her voice is great. Like,
like I said, I've listened to her for a long time. I've always thought her voice was really good.
Yeah,
she was definitely an underrated artist, in my opinion.
And it's enjoyable tropical house, which says something about for me because
all tropical house is enjoyable. Thank you very much.
No, because like
all tropical house.
The one thing she does or they do really unique with the instrumentation is that they sort of combine like these like 80s synths with like ukulele.
I was gonna say that it's like very acoustic sounding tropical house.
Yeah, which I don't think I've heard before, and I'd like to see more of it. So yeah, it worked out well, and I guess it kind of goes with like Oasis, like sort of like tropical island vibe sort of thing. So yeah,
and she's like walking around the entire music video with this bottle of blue Gatorade.
Yeah, what is it? Is that like?
Hey, that was a signature of mine. Leave blue Gatorade over.
Is it like it's like colored water or like I don't know like mana? Like she's refilling, she's stacking potions or whatever. But also she looks her hair looks amazing.
Oh yeah, I really like her hair.
I like that as well.
Man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna stand the hell out of her. Like she's great. I want to see more music from her.
This song actually turned out really well in my opinion. She gives off a really good like combining tropical house with the like singer-songwriter appeal sort of type of thing. And a little bit of hints of like something that Taeyeon would probably put out, which is always a good thing. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. So I'm actually going to download this.
Next we have NCT 2018 Black on Black from their full-length album. They put out a performance music video for this.
It's just surreal seeing all 18 members show up in one music. You kidding me? That's crazy.
Yeah. The choreo for the song is really good too. I didn't actually watch the music video because I've seen it before, but they did it on Weekly Idol, and it's really good. Next we have Intuit's single album Snapshot. And this song is awesome. It's very Generation 2 guy group sounding. Something Super Junior or Infinite would put out.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. It reminds me a lot of Infinite.
Yep.
Or for me, it actually reminded me of Lucifer era Shiny. Like
I can see that as well.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what Infinite always does.
Yeah, that's their shtick. But
yeah, it's really good.
I mean, like they've showed up on this list before, but we haven't really covered them. But this was great. Like part of the reason why I wanted to like highlight them is they're a Boys 24 offshoot group. So yeah, all of them like participated in Boys 24. They debuted last year, and they're under MMO Entertainment. You know who else is under MMO Entertainment? Kang Daniel,
World of Warcraft.
Kang Daniel and Park Jisung from 101. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. There might be a chance there might be a chance they get added to this group. That'd be kind of bad. They're kind of in a lose-lose situation, unfortunately, because
if they get added, then that's all that group is known for.
They get overshadowed. But if they make a new group, they'll get overshadowed. But
they'll go exactly.
Keep releasing stuff like this because it's great. I think they'll be able to find a niche even with Kang Daniel in their label.
They made very good use of box MV sets.
Yep. Oh yeah, agreed.
Actually turned out really well.
Yeah, it's got
with the LED screen behind them.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like a TV. I think MMO is sort of one of the smaller labels under CJ, so I guess all they can afford is box MVs. So
yeah.
Next we have Classmates' digital single "Feel Good." This is a really good vocals. I actually thought it was a band at first. I was like, wow, they have 3 singers. And I was like, oh no, it's just for this song.
Yeah, they're a vocal group.
But yeah, they're a 3-member vocal group.
That is under HF Music, who is the same company, which blew my mind because we heard HF Music on Produce 101 because that's where Park Woo-dam, the guy that cried. Oh, I'm sorry. He's known by that, but he was on Produce 101. I never knew HF stood for Happy Face Entertainment. Yeah,
is it like a subsidiary or something?
It was a subsidiary.
It was a subsidiary. Yeah, it was a subgroup this whole time, and yeah, it's a 3-member group with the members Jae-sung, Sung-jun, and Byung-min. But yeah, they were. It's kind of like their version of Romance in a way. And wow, yeah, their vocals blew me away.
Yeah, I agree. They were really, really good.
But I thought it was really interesting too. The song is called "Feel Good," and that's just the perfect name for it because it's just feel good music, you know.
Yep. BTY.
Yes.
But it's so hard to find. It's so hard to find information on this group because they apparently they're not on iTunes. I've barely found them on Spotify. It took so long to find their names. I don't know why they're not being promoted as well. But they need to.
Well, I mean, they're a subsidiary of a small company, so
that's true. But yeah, no, we're championing them right now. Everyone, go listen to Classmate. They're great.
Next we have Jackson from GOT7, Chinese digital single "Dawn of Us."
The entire song's in English, though.
Yeah, I did notice that. I was like, why is this a Chinese single if it's in English?
I don't know. This song isn't bad. I'm surprised that because when you think Jackson, you think really deep, really raspy voice or whatever. But this is him kind of singing and going high pitched, which it's a nice change of pace, so it wasn't bad. What I really need to highlight is the single greatest line in all of K-pop, which is quote, "You'll be the Mara Jade, I'll be your Skywalker," which I did not take Jackson for one to read
Star Wars fan.
Star Wars extended universe.
Not just a extended universe fan, because it's not like Mara Jade ever showed up in movies or anything.
Yeah, that was so weird, but cool. That was such a cool line.
Wait, was that in the stuff that was uncanon?
Yes. Because the only things that are canon are the
Marvel
movies, and then all the new stuff since they did that. Oh, and Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was none of the stuff that was post Empire or post Jedi was really canon. Next we have Yoonmi Ray's debut digital single "Kawaii Bo" from the D41. I don't know, which is also
rock paper scissors.
But yeah, it means rock paper scissors in Korean.
It's a cover of the dumbfounded Jesse Yaks from somebody from from Yaks.
Microdot.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But Queen T is back. We got Yoonmi Ray doing a hip hop song again.
Amazing.
She hasn't done one in a long time.
Again, further support that MFPTY.
MFPTY is coming back.
TM,
please.
I find the songs, the Drunken Tiger song and this song complement each other very well. So yeah, they're definitely brewing something there.
Yep, I really hope so.
I mean, I'm sure they help each other produce. But yeah, it's awesome.
I don't know, it's what I expect from Yoonmi Ray basically when she's doing hip hop songs.
So
basically
when she's going back to being Tasha.
Yeah, basically.
You guys hear her rap or you've heard her rap a lot. I've only heard her do singing stuff. I'm just
like,
whoa.
Yeah, I have all of her albums.
Yeah, no, she is who
library.
like she's who almost all like female rappers aspire to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said when last topic, like Drunken Tiger is the king of Korean hip hop, and she's definitely the queen of Korean hip hop. Like she was literally Queen T.
And they're also married to each other.
And they're married, yeah, and have a kid. So, yeah, it's great. Next, we have Loco and Hwasa's Don't from Hyena on the Keyboard, episode 4.
Great collaboration, and this song literally won't leave the charts. It had a real-time all kill like a couple weeks back, but yeah, it's been 1-2 like for the past 3 weeks. So yeah, I normally wouldn't have marked anything down from Hyena on the Keyboard, but like this song is basically like taking over Korea right now. They performed it live on Music Bank. I believe Hwasa showed up at Loco's concert to perform this song. Like it's taking over, and it's produced by Woogie, so like great production again. Also, like I saw some of the clips of their because the whole concept of Hyena on the Keyboard is that basically they get two artists that really wanted to collaborate with each other, and then like they show the process of making the music and everything. So yeah, so it's just like Hwasa spent some time in like the AOMG studio or whatever, and there's like one thing that they were talking about where they're just like asking like what her style is, and like Hwasa's very much an old soul. She's like, I love like old pop songs from like Sting and everything. And then Woogie asks, oh, well, Loco, what is your style? And he says Hwasa. I'm just like, yo, this dude love struck. He's like, yeah, he seemed very love struck with Hwasa, and I don't blame him whatsoever. And like, there's another part where like saying like, oh, what tempo do you want to use? And he gives his height in centimeters or whatever. So it's so funny, but yeah. I think the reason why we end up missing these songs is because like this is what appeals to people that don't listen to K-pop in Korea.
Yeah.
Like this is like what mainstream music is to them. That's not like Twice or like I don't know like EXO or whatever. So yeah, I feel like that's why it always ends up like dominating the charts like that.
One thing I have to say, Hwasa's vocal is amazing. Loco's rap was really good in this, and Hwasa looks amazing in this as well.
Boy, like I ship this. Like this is I want more music from them too.
I also like. I hope she keeps the long black hair around. I really like that on her.
That's peak Hwasa for me.
Yep.
Next, we have another group we're going to see at KCON. We have Stray Kids. They put out a music video for Mirror from I Am Not, their debut mini album. So we reviewed that a while ago, but they put out a new music video. I thought the choreo was really cool for this, especially the beginning. The two of them like literally mirror each other.
Yeah. Just like the little touches like that makes Stray Kids so amazing. Just like so much detail that they put into their every aspect of like their performance.
Yep. Yeah, and obviously we loved their album. 10 out of 10.
Yep,
it's right.
They're gonna be really hyped.
Some stuff. Otherwise, I would.
Yeah, you better jump on the train right now because it's about to like blow through.
Yeah, exactly.
The stratosphere.
Yep. Next we have Hyolyn's Setup Time project single, whatever that means. Dolly, produced by Gray.
This thumbnail. I'm
in the Jacob boat. I agree with his comments.
What?
Well, I'll say them after you're done.
Yeah, Andrew can gush over it.
Booty, rocking everywhere. No,
Yep.
Like, I believe I said this like as a hot take like in the group chat the day it came out. Choden does the sexy concept way better than Hyuna ever did, and I'm not trying to like shade that, but like I've talked before about how when Hyuna does it lacks the musicality. This is both like a sexy concept and has so much musicality, and like there's so much thought put into the choreography. It's not just like humping the ground or whatever or twerking. Like there's actual like good choreography in it. Loved her outfits, not just like the swimsuit thing, but like she has like Balenciaga and like yellow track pants. And also they filmed this in the same place that Team Liquid filmed like a hype video for like their League of Legends team. And I got like it's so weird. And I got like one of the members of Team Liquid to retweet it or something. So it's pretty funny.
So for me, I really like the song. I think it was really good. The choreography was also really, really well done. And just for me, I think it's just like the only thing that turns me a little off. I think it's a little overly sexual for my taste, but I do still agree that I think she pulls it off better than most other people do. So yeah,
Yep.
I think it was really well done. It's just like not my style, I guess, basically.
Yeah, I think pretty much exactly mirrors my thoughts. I like the song a lot in the choreo. It just felt a little too overboard.
It did go overboard enough, damn it.
Next, we have a bias of mine, Luna from FX. Not the group Luna. Digital single Night Reminiscent featuring Yang Da-il. It's a Luna duet ballad, and it's great.
The title is like, again, like the feel good thing comment
Yeah,
I had. Like the
it's
title
very
perfectly
encapsulates
like the vibe of the song. Like it feels very, very like nostalgic and like reminiscent. Like, so I think they definitely had a very good you know, I guess title, I guess, for it.
Yep.
And Luna's vocals, amazing as always.
Great. This is, for me, this is like basically, it's an equivalent to Suho's song Curtain, which was like another like ballad collaborations. Yeah, it's on that level. Also, my favorite part of the music video is where like there's parts when they do the piano and like the lights start showing up and everything. Yeah, there's surprisingly a lot of thought put into this music video, even though it's a ballad. So yeah, great song all together.
Yep. Next we have Twice's new Japanese single album Wake Me Up.
Wake me up inside.
So
It's a cover of the Evanescence song.
But yeah, this is a solid Japanese song from Twice. They've been kind of a little hit or miss. But yeah, I thought this was a really good one. I don't think it's their best, but it's close. And the music video is awesome, which Andrew will rant about more later.
Rant?
Yep.
Rant in a good way, just
rave.
Gush over. Yeah, rave.
So I liked it overall. I think this might be more in like candy pop territory for me rather than One More Time. Like it was still good, but I prefer most of their like Korean songs and One More Time more. So I think it was just a little too like repetitive, I guess. So yeah.
I'd say the verses aren't bad, but I feel like the chorus,
like the whole
key change thing, is really unnecessary. And also, like, again, you guys might not know this as well, since you don't know that much Japanese, but man, their lyrics are so tropey. It's just like, believe in yourself and like have courage and like it's really I mean,
slice of life anime opening.
Yeah, like I know they're going like for bubblegum pop cutesy type of thing, but man, I guess they're just trying to give them like easy sort of phrases to sing in Japanese.
Yeah.
Easily, this is the best Twice music video ever released. Japanese,
vaporwave,
Korean, like whatever. It's all vaporwave, not just vaporwave, but in the context of the music video, it's Chaeyoung is editing the music video while showing the music video. It's so meta.
Yeah,
it's like Inception or whatever. Yeah, she's using an old like Apple like computer. Yeah, great. Like basically, I got like 15 new wallpapers just from this music video alone. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think even like regardless of the vaporwave, I think their style in this music video is like amazing.
Yeah,
it's like one of their best.
Yeah,
and I think the choreo is pretty good too. So like,
I just wish this song lived up to like the visual elements that they had.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess that's what's disappointing us about it.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't think it's One More Time level or what was the B-side for the last song?
Oh, Brand New Girl.
Brand New Girl.
Yeah,
I like
that was really good
too. But I think it's better than Candy Pop.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it's like middle of the road. But yeah, music video is definitely one of the best they put out, in my opinion, as well. Next, we have EXO-CBX's Japanese full-length album Magic with the title track Holololo.
I don't know what it means.
I don't either, but
it sounds like, or I was just like, it sounds like some like crazy thing a JoJo character screams when they're fighting. It's like,
yeah, like a stand cry.
I don't know, but this song surprised me because it's EXO-CBX, but like Jimin and Baekhyun have like rapping verses. What? Like the people that are like known for only singing in EXO are kind of doing like rapping verses. That's a great touch for this.
I mean, they kind of did in their first song, "Hey Mama," at one point. So,
but yeah, like I do love that they're sort of like they're able to like branch out musically in EXO-CBX releases. Also, that ending, it was just like it ain't over yet, and then they end the song. That's a cool touch.
Yeah.
Too.
Next we have Jero's digital single "Save Me" featuring Park Jimin.
It's the other part of the Evanescence cover.
Featuring
anyways,
Park Jimin.
I really like this. It was nice, sort of, how would I describe it? Sort of, I don't know. It was cool. I liked it. My favorite part was, I just can't decide what the genre would be, I guess.
Yeah.
But, because it's almost like, I don't know. I guess I'll just call it pop, like kind of almost rock,
it's
though.
It's a basic pop song, but
yeah. Anyways, I really liked Jimin's parts because she's like one of my favorite singers in K-pop, so I had to mark that down.
This is Park Jimin, Jamie of JYP.
Yeah.
JYP.
Not BTS.
Yeah, not that Park Jimin. So
yeah, no. Yeah, no. Jimin from 15 and.
Yeah.
Yes. Next, we have another one of my biases, although Wheein has almost taken that mantle. Sorry, Solar. We have Solar from Mamamoo from her Emotion Project singles. This is part 6, and the song is "It's Been a Long Time."
Her outfit in the stage set, I love that with the glasses.
Yeah.
No, like the jacket and everything. Oh, I'm just like again. What is it with freaking like Mamamoo bias wrecking this month? Like, just everyone's just bias wrecking the hell out of me. I hate it, and I love it at the same time. But actually, we're looking into like the production of this song. Apparently, there's this reference to Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. Like what she's humming is like a riff from Sir Duke, which is like a classic.
I wouldn't. That actually makes a lot of sense with like the whole vibe of the whole music video.
It's like funk inspired and like the weird. And for whatever reason, the pre-chorus kind of goes into like country bluegrass vibes, but I didn't mind it actually. So yeah.
Yeah.
I usually don't like the emotion projects from Solar, but I feel like this was definitely more interesting than like the ballads that she's put out.
No, to say they're usually ballads and they're usually really good because it's Solar, but this is definitely different. So it stands out more.
Yeah, this is really cool. I like that it's got more of like a 60s, 70s, 80s era vibe, like sort of.
Reminded me of IU's like, music video for
what was that called again?
Flower Bookmark.
Yeah, I forgot what that was called. I know which one you're talking about, but
Last Night's Story.
Yes, Last Night's Story, exactly. This especially appeals to me because I've been going back and like listening to like discographies from like really old like classic rock bands. So I've been watching like a ton of clips and stuff like this. So yeah, I really like that. Fits my current mood, I guess, so to say.
Yeah, it seems like everyone in Mamamoo is like very like they love their like class or like their older music. So yeah, that's great sound.
Yeah.
Yep. Next we have Kim Bum-soo's Make 20 project single "I Love You."
All I have to say about this is that the person in this music video is not Kim Bum-soo. That is Han Hyun. Yeah, that's Han Hyun-min. He's famous for being the first Black Korean fashion model, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool that he's showing up everywhere now. He's really famous.
I mean, he was on Knowing Bros.
He's very interesting to me because he's African American, or not African American, just African Korean, I guess you would call him.
Yeah, he's African Korean. Like, I got where his dad is exactly from, but like even like he only knows Korean. He does not. Yeah,
he only speaks Korean. Everyone always assumes he speaks English, but yeah, no, he only speaks Korean.
It's
so interesting to me.
It's so cool. Like basically, like I was watching like the episode of Happy Together with him on it, and yeah, he really inspired me, or like he made me want to root for him because he dealt through like racism and all that sort of stuff, but he's been really happy and positive about it, and he's world famous now.
Yeah, I was introduced to him on Knowing Bros, and he was really good there.
Yeah, and also because he was on Time's 100 most influential teens or people under the age of whatever.
Yeah.
He didn't know what Time magazine was. He thought it was some he's that
that's funny.
He's that sheltered as a Korean kid. It's so amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Next we have Cassie and Rockaberry's digital single "Your Memory." Cassie's amazing singer as usual. was my notes.
Hold on, my laptop.
Andrew lost his notes. Technical difficulties.
Oh god, this sucks.
It died? Like it's straight up
Oh no,
gone?
I had it off of the thing, but the reason why I want to put this is because it's very Haze-esque. Like it sounds like it kind of reminds me of Jenga from Haze, so that's why I put it. Because I kind of skipped Cassie songs before because they're mostly just ballads, but yeah, this is definitely more interesting and like it being an R&B track.
Yep. Next, we have J Park and Gray's digital single El Tornado.
It's a CF for FIFA Online 4. See, like for people that don't know, a lot of companies make free-to-play versions of games that they release in America.
For Korea,
For Korea, specifically on the PC, because in
China.
Yeah, because they don't play consoles too much, so
it's mostly EA that does it too. I'm pretty sure. Like they have Need for Speed Online, and that's the one that I knew about. I didn't know they had FIFA, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, so they partnered with Nexon, and for this song specifically, it's the reason why it's called El Tornado is because a part of their marketing campaign was they made like it's like Ronaldo does a crazy trick, and it's called like El Tornado, and they're getting people to recreate the trick in like the game and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's why they made a song called the song's called El Tornado. But otherwise, it's J Park's stuff is pretty good, but wow, Gray's versus is lazy. It's just him saying El Tornado, basically.
Yeah. I marked it like just last minute because I really like J Park's part in it as well. I think it's really cool, like sort of like in between his R&B and rap sides. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah,
he's been doing a lot of CFs lately because it was between this and then the Nike one a couple months ago.
I mean, Dumbfounded said this about him, was like he's the busiest man in Korea. Like he puts out so much music and does so much stuff. Like oh my god,
Andrew, we did it.
What?
We have Heart, which is a very good subunit. Their debut, Crazy Gone Crazy,
Heart.
And it's good. That we came back from Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and we got a good song. Unfortunately, it's a subunit, but it's still really good.
Oh my god!
Hopefully, this keeps going.
Wow, like
why
couldn't this be the full group? For one,
yeah,
I need to know what happened to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo.
It was I don't know. It was make starred. They didn't get as much money as they hoped for, I guess.
It must be.
Yeah,
because that was like edited in iMovie, and it didn't even have any color correction or anything.
But this, on the other hand, wow, the production level is through the roof. Like, there's choreography, there's backup dancers, there's all these different set pieces. Like, the production of the song is actually amazing. Like, even though there's, like, 3 vocalists, so well sung, and, like, I'm so hyped for, like a full group comeback now. Like, I don't know about you guys.
It's the old school, sexy style, like, classy, but sexy.
Totally.
It's, it's great. Really happy that we got another very good song, because we loved them previously, and then Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo just punched us in the face.
Yeah, it was very bad.
It was. Next, we have Hoodie's digital single Golden featuring J Park, produced by Slom, whoever Slom is.
I don't know, but Hoodie has yet to miss for me. Like, all of her songs that she puts out are great. She's definitely she's favorite AOMG artist. Not even J Park.
Seriously, like she's easily like actually like one of my favorite vocalists. Like she's got such like a smooth, like that's smooth sort of feeling that's literally if she belongs on your smooth as fuck playlist. That's enough said, I guess.
She is. She's everywhere on there, so
like just perfect like for like R&B tracks. So yeah. Like her last thing, Hanggang, that's one of my favorite songs from last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Or was that this year? I don't remember.
No, Hanggang was last year.
Last year.
It was last year. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Next we have Shiny's Japanese compilation album, Shiny: The Best From Now On, with the title track Every Time, and it's shiny and it's amazing.
This was a posthumous release. They recorded a lot of these songs before the passing of Jonghyun, so. There was another song that they did like as a, I guess, tribute to him, but man, I can't cover that on this show or else I'd cry. This song on the other hand is like very happy, very like jazz swing vibe to it, like very upbeat. Love it.
Yep. It's what Shiny does best, for sure. Next we have Cold from Off on Off, as we discussed before. His digital single "Your Dog Loves You" featuring Crush, and it's Puppies.
The best music video of 2018, hands down. Oh man,
Puppies.
It's funny how it's basically an off on off song about dogs. Like it doesn't even sound.
Yep. With Crush, who fits with Off on Off very well. So
yeah, like you'd think like Crush featuring on an off on off song would be so sad, or like so like melancholy, but it's about dogs and how much dogs love you, and like you have to watch this music video. Like stop what you're doing.
Literally
now.
just clips of dogs.
Oh, it's so adorable. It makes me wish I had a dog, but I'd die from allergies. So
yeah. I mean
basically what I had to say about it was like it's just like what they do on Off on Off, just a little less I don't know, like trendy R&B, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more like heartwarming, mostly because of the dogs, but
yeah, this is the most wholesome song of the year, definitely.
Yep. And finally, sorry this was a long one, we got Groovy Room, digital single My Paradise featuring Chungha and Vincent?
I thought it said Vixen.
But it's basically, since Groovy Room's just a producer, it's basically a Chungha song. Give me more of this.
Yes, great
good
production on this.
Yep.
This is exactly the type of music that I want from Chungha. I didn't like the Groovy Room and Hyolyn collaboration last time, but this fits Chungha like to the T. So yeah, more of this, please.
Agreed.
I also like the album art. I think it's really cool, even though it's super simple.
And it has like, I don't know, like code or whatever, or weird directory shit on it.
Yeah, that's like or like signals and stuff.
Yeah, that's from the doctors. What the hell is that called?
The EKG, like the beep beep beep.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's
the
called.
Heart rate monitor.
It's from that.
Yep. So yeah, that was it. It took a little bit longer than usual. If because I really want to talk about Red Velvet this week, we probably would have split this up into 3 parts.
Anyway,
in the future. So that's why I went a little long.
Yep.
But yeah, we're there. We're good.
Yep. So.
If you make it to the end of this, entire show, you have to rate 69, and the first person to rate 69 will win an album.
Andrew's just giving out albums left and right now. It's just gonna be Victoria every month.
Yeah, Victoria.
She ends up getting an album constantly.
I'll just take.
She'll
Victoria.
just become the person that buys. She gets her albums from us.
Yeah, I'll just take her to choreo. It's like, but whatever you want, dude. Thank you, and stay creamy. Good night.
Stay
throbbingly creamy.
However, I only recently noticed this, but the song doesn't have any chord progression at any time, so there is no real true melodic motion. There's just this lower synth that's going like boom boom boom, and sometimes in scale degrees it goes like 7 1 1 1 1 1 or like 5 1 1 1 1 1 1, and it's just